table 7. Congratulations. Callum at it?
Is this table 7?
Yes. Did you meet that?
On the... This chair too low.
No.
Thank you. Long way to go. It's only day 2.
That's okay.
Why are you doing? I do. I run that. So cute. What do you mean, Dad?
It's the table again.
Oh, yeah. I think they picked it outside.
You were right there on there at the end, weren't you? I thought you did well.
Well, that's not appreciative.
Or was that not face to face?
I'll think of it, I was wrong in reading. And I was literally incredible past.
Yeah, sorry. Is that alright?
You got table for that topic. Giving me anxiety. Rugby, how are we doing? Very well. You okay? Yeah, good. Oh, seriously. You haven't been out? Oh, you popped me out for half an hour. You weren't here yesterday.
I read you on the phone.
No, you didn't.
Get back to 4 a.m. That's right, mate. That drive to Edinburgh, you drove from there.
Yeah.
That's in fucking horrible.
Were you in which way did you go on M1 or?
So yeah, the M1, the M1, and then the M6 is it up Carlisle. Then you get off, and then there's that an hour and a half traffic line. And on the way back, it was like raining. I'd like spare kids at the back, and I'd Lando Norris up my ass. Fucking horrible. An hour and a half. Then I got pulled over at 3 a.m.
Morning! Welcome to the live stream day 2 here in Leeds through 48. As you can see, top right hand corner 62, which means 14 binds. Very nice. 14 day 2 binds. Morning, young man.
Morning.
How are you?
Okay.
Sleep well?
Okay.
Lose any money?
No.
No?
Early night last night. The weird thing is when I have an earlier night, I feel more tired. It's so strange.
You're lucky.
I know. When I was in bed
14 hours.
1:30 probably yesterday, I was asleep. Yeah, so good 12-hour kit. Not 12 hour, good 10-hour kit.
He'll be round. Always is. Nice cup of tea in the morning. So welcome along Majid Nadeem, chip leader overall by 1 big blind over Simon Higgins. Down at the bottom, Alex Montgomery, Riggy, Tony Owen, Jackway 1. So we'll see how they go. Our feature table is underway. Rennie Share, C1, Tom Middleton, Mohammed Hussain, Callum Gordon, Twan Lee, champion of the high roller, Gary Whitehead, Chris Johnson, and Andreas Olympius. What was Dre's stack? Oh, starting stack.
Day 2, ain't it?
Day 2 buying.
There we go, straight away. Ace versus Ace King, off to the races.
Here we go. Dre all in with his 20k day 2 buying. What happens here? Oh, now all diamonds are playing as well. All diamonds playing.
Ace King, Diamond.
That's good for Dre at the minute. Oh, 4 diamonds, man.
That is not good.
Dre gets him in front. Unfortunately, Callum Gordon takes him out and builds his stack. Plays well. He's got a lot of chips. Callum Gordon takes out Dre to start the day. So Twan Lee a day 2 buying as well on our table. Good afternoon all. Me and the trophy have just gone for breakfast together. Who's that from?
Razor Kev.
The Razor Kev. The old Razor. Have a lovely breakfast wherever you're going, Razor, and we'll see you this afternoon.
What table we got here?
Unbelievable. Amazing table.
Champions everywhere.
Yep.
We call for Renault. Blind versus Millie. Looks like she's going to raise it up. Millie with the jacks here. Up at 30. Big hand to have. Goes with 3 bet. It should be end of it.
So think about it for all the time and then fold. Big day on the island. Senior TT takes place. Looking for another Michael Dunlop win. The weather ain't playing ball at the moment. I'm guessing Jerry lives in the Isle of Man.
Yep.
Michael Dunlop. Wasn't there another Dunlop they used to do with
Tennis
super
player.
bikes?
Tennis player.
Nah. They make tennis balls, Dunlop,
And rackets.
and rackets. But wasn't there another Dunlop they used to do super bikes? Back in my era. Joey Dunlop, there you go. There we go, Joey. That's my era. Oh no, here we go. Fireworks incoming.
Francis into Cheng. Come over together.
So Mitty with the King Jack raising up. Mo with the Queens gets it all in. Mitty says, yeah, I've raised up, so I'm calling. There's no win for Mitty, just leaving him with about 4 bigs. 10 high flop, 10, 9, 4. Mo needs to fear the king and does. So it started.
Yeah, we'll get to an FT today, Mick. No questions asked today. I've done the maths.
You've done the maths.
I reckon around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
4K, 8K, around there. That's what I'm going to go with. 4K, 8K would be 450 bigs in play, which is about right for a final, average around 50. Maybe 5K, 10, but last session of the day will be done, Mick. Unless, with the field, we've got a few firecrackers in here, Tower, unless they just go on a tear. You've got Higgins with, what,
200?
7% of the chips in play already, so if he goes on a tear, so many different avenues that today could work out. Maybe a situation that the double ups keep doubling up and we play the whole 10 levels.
Is Phil Tate still in?
Yes.
Yes, he is. Look at the top of the screen on the left-hand side, 127.
Yeah, huge flip back end of the day versus Paul McCauley. Got it in, Ace King versus Queens, and
Last hand,
Barry on the river. Yeah, last hand of the day. So Phil Tate bagged up nice. Go and win them flips.
We need it. One lays in. Callum says, the old 3 deuce. Mitty wasn't drinking down here last night.
No, I think he's still hungover from Monday. I'm not joking. I think he's still hungover from Monday. Him and his granddad Riggy, Monday night, you should have seen the pair. I was cracking up though because everyone, it must have been about 3 in the morning. We're sat there, me, Cal, Riggy, Middy. Middy's like, let's go out, Riggy. It's Monday night at least, about 3:30 in the morning. He goes, let's go out. So, yeah, so Riggy's chatting away with Cal. Middy stands up, he walks to the entrance, turns around, sees Riggy's not there. So he goes, you know the little barriers where you walk through to get in?
Yeah.
So he's standing there, we're sat by the bar. He's shouting across the casino, top of his voice, he's going, Grandad! Grandad! And everyone's turning around looking like that. Riggy eventually gets up, they pop in the cab, 10 minutes later they're back in the casino. Nothing open, what a surprise.
3 o'clock Monday morning.
Yeah,
brilliant.
I was cracking up just the way he was shouting at him. Finds aces, does Middy with 5 bigs, and Callum going to ISO with the A6. I'm going to be some bad news, don't get much worse than this. Equity pre-flop. Less than 10%. How can this go wrong for Middy?
So all in for 6. Back to those spades.
Can't hit a straight. That's the bad news.
That'll do it. Doubles to 15.
Jack 10 suited for Middy now. Another jam. 15k.
Middy getting giddy. Oh, could have another call from Callum.
Like Middy will shove deuces, he'll shove threes, he'll shove fours, he'll shove ace deuce suited, he'll shove ace 3 suited, ace 4 suited, ace 5 suited. Callum not wanting to double him up twice. Francis folds.
18.2 now.
Still 6.
It's the first time I've had the slot machine all week.
It is, and it's downstairs actually. They must have turned all, because all the slot machines upstairs, I don't know if you noticed, they've all changed.
Yeah.
They're all new.
Yeah.
So there's no Lucky Charm, doodah,
It's on there. I can see the Lucky Charm. It's definitely on there.
Nobody's played it. So we're now blessed with it coming from downstairs on full. So if anybody wants to turn it down, we don't mind them if they want to.
Champion 2 legs ago. Chris Johnson in Luton. Defends for 12. He was actually here as well. He won, was it not, Chris? Leeds, his other GUKPT title?
Yes,
Leeds and
it
Luton.
was indeed. Leeds and Luton. Somebody go and turn that machine off. Frankie, you've got one job. Can you go and turn that machine off? What machine? What, can you not hear it? Oh, stop now.
Someone.
That!
Lucky Ladies Charm.
Lucky Lady's Charm. Can you not ask them to turn it down a bit? If it's downstairs. Oh man. Here we go again. We'll be waking up at 4 in the morning going duh, duh,
Yeah.
duh, duh, duh. Sorry, Smiter. It's the first time we've heard it this week.
Queen 9 suited for Gary. Going to open in the cut off of 20. The Bouse is in the house.
The Bouse is in there. You've got all these rhyming words this week.
This is it. I'm rapping, I'm rhyming. You're going to see me on stage in a couple of years' time,
Tell
Tower.
you what, getting giddy with the midi,
Be up there with
getting
Eminem.
jiggy with the riggy,
Yeah, jiggy
and now
with-
in the house with the Bouse.
Yeah.
So on 59 from the 62 that started. 62nd, Dre, Phil Cannell. 61st, Tony Horn, busting out. These were on 59. Rennie. Folding. The fold and the Queen 2. Wait till he gets down to 2 and then fold.
Against
Whoa!
It's 2.5
Big
exit
down.
Tower.
This is wide.
Zecheng's gone too small, this is the problem. Like when we're out of position, at least 3x, unless we're at like a really shallow stack depth, but
Bingo.
Zecheng, architect of own downfall in this situation. If he just goes 3.5x, probably wins the pot, but goes for too small a size, which means Rene just gets the call in position. Does c-bet with Jack of clubs in hand. Is a board that I think we like c-betting on once we get here. 40%. Rene goes with raise off the bat here. Going to lose a customer
Yeah.
with position.
Be nice to see just a call.
What you got for Rene then, Jay? What does that mean?
Donuts.
I haven't got her anything. She's
Steak
got.
bakes.
What's that? Oh, that's a bag. I thought she had her own little generator there she'd brought in with her. Always colourful in the attire is Rene. Bright colours, never dark colours.
Never.
The accessories, the clothing. Livens up the card room. Gary with ace jack opens. Chain with the king queen. Just plays cool. Just north of 20, and Rene here, perfect spot to jam. Let's see if she can find it, Tower. Pure as day, I think this one.
No, looks like we're just calling.
Let's
Well,
go
it
for
is
three
10.
bet. It's going to do the same thing, but I think jam is just slightly better. Midi, Sale for 20 effective, Zecheng 20 effective, Gary 21 effective, like 90, just going to be clean as day ripping for Rene. And now opting for the free bet. Puts Gary in a tough spot with the ace jack and does choose to relinquish. Zecheng will do the same.
Seen as Bousey in the house.
Oh, okay. Rene with all the penne. There you go. Not pasta either. I'm not talking about penne pasta. I'm talking about pennies, as in money, as in Wonga.
Yes, I flop.
Is Zecheng cool?
Yep. With the king queen off.
This guy is a nutter. He is. We saw him yesterday. He was like 6-7 off from gun, like all sorts, free bets in with all sorts. We like nutters though, Tower. We like nutters on the feature table. We like people that don't really care and want to call and see flops and play unorthodox, spice it up for us. Raise, take, c-bet, fold. It can get a bit boring when you've got someone that is in with all sorts.
Francis all in for his 17th with ace-8 suited. All folding round in turn. And the big blind's not calling. So back, Francis, back onto 20. Thank you. Look. So down to 58 as we lose another one in Eduardo Suara. Eduardo Suara, last man out.
Let's see if Callum will be defending, facing the Chris Johnson Open.
Here's 10 queen flop. Nice flop for Chris.
Yeah, going to be trouble for Callum here, especially against someone like Chris Johnson, who will put the barrels in on a board like this with or without it. So seatbelt on, sir. We're going to have to strap in at least for a couple of streets here as Callum. And I think on most run-outs going to be a difficult decision on Rivers. It does go with the check call to start proceedings off to the turn. Needs something like a king or a jack. Oh, that is the worst in the deck. Ace of spades.
How do we ever get away with this one? Check, check, turn. Love to see a pot size.
Do you know what? Callum's going to lose absolute min here because I think Chris will go over pot, tower, and then Callum will just call. Yeah, there's the over pot from Chris. Now Callum just gets the call for 120%. We're not doing any raising. Our 9 doesn't play, so just an easy call for Callum and losing absolute bare min here. Check, check, turn. Losing minimum. Money saved is money gained.
Yep. And shows in the ace as well. We've not been given the payout structure just yet. As soon as we get it, we'll let you know. The guys will be working on it. It's 192. 192. What's going to pay about 24? 25? Superstar. So what's 12.5% of 192?
So you just got to half it again, half it again. So 96, 48, 24.
I've got it bang on.
There you go.
Oh, well, I'm learning these things.
Whoa, what is going on here?
Three-way carnage.
Is Twan going to spin 8-9 of clubs? Surely not, Twan.
Nah. Not with 4 players in the hand, potentially.
He's just come back from Taylor Swift last night, as Twan.
Oh, of course.
Maybe she's in his head.
Yes. Yes. What you want to do is ask him what the first song's.
Yeah.
Go to Alice.
Yeah.
Tell her if she can guess the first song, you can have anything she wants.
But if I could guess the first
And
song.
if you can guess the first song, it'll be 4. You can do vice versa.
You know what'll happen? She'll sing a different bloody first song, and the one Alice picked will somehow be the first song.
Oh, dear. So Zicheng with the kings, moves all in, ready with the 10s. I don't think she calls, but it is only 15k to be fair, Zicheng. So maybe she could come straight over the top with the 10s. Could find a call. Can't see the fold to be fair, so she's just going to call. I'm looking at Zicheng's stack of 15k. Now then, Callum. So there's the 4-bet. Zicheng's all in for 7k less. Rennie calls Callum's 4-bet. Jacks, 10s, kings on a king ace 4 flop. Zicheng's going to get himself a nice treble. There's the 4, fills up. There's the chain, doesn't really matter, he's travelling up. Over to Callum and Rennie, goes check, check. The chain's sat there thinking, just bingo.
Yeah, just don't really want to see an ace as the Cheng in his head.
Yeah, Jacks shouts, Callum, 10s have to be shown because somebody's all in. And the chain turns over kings. So, very small side pot for Callum. Here's 7 for Chris, raises 2.5. Jack's about again. Just called with the Jacks.
Yeah, nice from Mo. We're not always going to 3-bet here, Tower.
I like it.
70 effective. We'll play some flats. Gary with the Queen 10. Expect to see a defend, 3-way. That's cool.
5, 7, 8, flop, all hearts. Down with a 10 of hearts. Yes, at 5.5. Don't think Gary will continue with the 10 of hearts. No real redraws, apart from the flush.
Awkward three-way tower, not closing action either. Like Chris can still have hands behind. Like going to be doing a lot of checking to the in-position player. Just going to make a very nice lay down with the A7 there. Flops a pair and just check folds it correctly.
58 from 192 halfway through the first level of the day. 161,000 in the prize pool. Prize structure when we get it. Looks like 24 will get the money.
Cheng. I was thinking day 2 he might change his strat a bit, might tighten up a bit. No. Continues with the way he went about his business yesterday. That found him a bag. Callum Gase 10 here. And really nice spot to potentially squeeze against this man, particularly. Like, does just choose to fold as Callum. He is on the tighter side.
Defending 7-3 suited. And we flop a 3. 9-5-3 flop. 300 Francis takes the lead. The change going to continue. And then Francis says, have some of that, have it all. We got an 8-4.
It's great for the table as well that they get to see that the Cheng's opening ace-4 from +1.
Yeah. Any ace, any deuce, any 4 to fade.
Double gut shot now, tower.
Yeah. Robs him of the
Ace.
aces.
2 pair for Francis is good. Eagle double through the Cheng. The Cheng does some back after that triple with kings.
The Cheng's earphones must be on. Because Francis says, "The lumps call, mate." Nothing. Nothing back.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
When Francis is telling you that. It may be a sign to tighten up when Francis hits you with a bit of a loose call, mate. Oh. Right, Mo. Ace deuce suited, opens to 2.5. Francis calls ace 9 of clubs in the small, fresh off his double. Oh, that's brilliant.
King high flop at Francis flops the nut flush draw. Then 3K and a call from Francis after he initially checked.
Oh, look at this.
Interesting.
Both now with nut flush draws. However, Francis with an up and down to go alongside his. 5.5 on the turn from Mo, and Francis just says, I'm all in. And Mo now having to snap fold with the nut flush draw. Huge turn for Francis, and now up to 55k. He's on the charge, Sour.
He is on that charge. So Francis doing Francis things. Cheng with the King 6 gets out of the way. Callum Gordon, chip leader, 115 bigs. Tom Middleton, Twanley, Gary Whitehead under 20. Then suddenly says 55. Stu Rutter has just bust. Dan Powells and Andrew Bacon giving us 55. The Rutter. I'm guessing next time we'll see Rutter will be on a table in Vegas. Good luck to everybody who's already in Vegas. Nice to see some of the Brits cash in. 2 bracelets already for the Brits. Not well known to me on the circuit, but 2 bracelets in the bag.
Pretty good, isn't it?
And I do think that Jay's pick Ben Heath is going to shoot him to the lead in the race in the fantasy table, because Ben Heath is in the final 12 of the 25k, and I've also been deducted points while he's gone for his breakfast, or he's ordering his breakfast. I've also been deducted points because the 500 that Chris Moorman cashed in and came 12th apparently was invitational only for all the winners, past winners or something like that, or whatever it was. So it was a restricted field, which means I lost points. Not having it. Just not having it. So Jay will probably take the lead sometime tomorrow in the Fantasy League as he comes running back.
Oh, what? What's that?
Ben Eve's in the final 12 of the 25k.
Come on.
And you deducted points off me because Chris Moorman managed to cash. And then you said, oh, not everybody could play, so it's not fair.
It doesn't count. Not everyone can participate, so it doesn't count. It's an invite-only tournament. How can an invite tournament count? Because, hold on a minute, Pat's played in it, Chris Moorman played in it. The only 2 out of the 10 picks.
I didn't pick Pads and Chris Moorman because they got invited to a game that your mates couldn't get invited
My
to.
mates.
None of that. So yeah, I don't know. Not having it. Are there any satellites for the cup today? No satellites for the cup. Just direct buy-ins into the cup. I don't think they've ever run satellites for the cup. So yeah, I end up getting points deducted And
You
now
don't hold it, you
Benny's-
don't get points deducted because you never earned them points in the first place. So how have
Chris
you got
Moore
points
was
deducted?
cashed.
He didn't cash because it's not part of the schedule.
Was it for the bracelet?
But it's invite only. It's not open to all.
Yes, no answer.
Yes, but not. It was a bracelet, but it's not open to all. So therefore, his points can't count. It can't count. Otherwise, I would have just picked everyone in champions of champions.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 5 Brits in that, isn't
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
At least.
Yeah, there's at least 5 points in that.
Maybe you should have picked
Yeah,
him.
there you go.
Why did Ben Heath not play?
He didn't win a bracelet last year, did he?
Oh, is that what it was, bracelets last year?
Yeah, bracelet and rings last year, yeah.
See. So Ben Heath is going to shoot him to the top. Good luck to Ben as he goes for a bracelet in the big 25k.
How did Ewan get on?
Bubbled.
Oh, he didn't, did he?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Mid-8 with a king 10 on a king high flop. Bets 2.5. More calls with a second pair. Chris with bottom pair. Do you remember we call him?
Getting this priced out 5 to 1, 5.5 to 1 backdoor. Flush draw. I think fine to get in the mixes, Chris. Calling once here, just because the price we're getting. He's gonna have some discipline about it. Was in 3rd place, but even seeing the hands, would have still probably taken one off there. Up and down now for Mo.
With 10k, says all in. Mo's decision. Up and down with a pair, says yeah, I call. So midi needs to fade a 3, a 4, a 6 or an 8. A 3 or 4. Oh, 3 on the river for Mo. Midi eliminated. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Phil.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Midi eliminated.
Sheet open, table 7, seat 2.
I don't think he is either, Tim. I think Taylor's on the wind-up, to be fair.
Oh,
Telling me he's in.
unlucky Midi. Well, the update said yesterday that Jay told us, PK told us last night that Ben Heath was in the last 12. To be fair, I'm not being funny, and it's a tough job with the updates. They're a bit behind the lot. Not just a bit behind, I must admit, a lot behind. Tough job, I understand. But we're trying to get points here. How did Benny Glazer do in the triple draw?
Doesn't matter.
What?
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Don't count.
Oh, another one that doesn't count.
Yeah, don't count.
Was that just a...
Yeah, because I've got people like Brandon and Tom Hall that aren't going to play the triple draw towel, so it's not fair. So don't count. I'm just choosing which events count.
Okay.
King 8-4. Rene opens in the cutoff, makes it 2.4. Callum calls the Queen 9.
Oh, C4. Ben Heath was 46. We didn't have Lewis Spencer. Ben Heath was 46. So how do we find out how Benny Glazer went on in the deuce to 7 low draw triple flop? Find the card and 8 eyes best.
We're going to have a look.
How do you find that out?
There we go. go. He comes 62nd,
Oh no.
which was good for a cash.
Was it?
Yeah, 62nd. 574 entries, so 62nd would be good for a cash. There you go. You got him in cash tower.
Oh, he got points.
Got points.
He got points. Well done, Benny. So Midi eliminated, unfortunately for him, and busting out. But busting out just after, or just before, Twan Wynn and Michael Crossland. So they're both eliminated.
Another flush draw flop for Francis. Ace-8 of diamonds just continues. Probably gonna be handover dependent on size. Guess Twan does have this gut shot to the nuts. No diamond in hand though for Twan. He's just gonna relinquish. And Francis 3 starting stacks now.
Well played so far on the feature, Francis Oberdon. Taffy's in the building. He must be waiting for cash. Anybody want a juicy cash game? Taffy's in the building.
See, another Brit FT'd as well. We're just looking. Harry Lodge final tabled the deep stack with 5,000 runners.
I tell you what, Harry Lodge has had a couple of results already. Pretty sure.
4,732. He makes an FT.
Wow.
Big field. 9th.
He's already came?
Yeah. In the old deep stack. Yeah, there'll definitely be payouts after the first session at some point. We are going to cover this flip between Zheng and Twan.
So Zheng with the ace jack. It's against Twan Lee's 7s and needs an ace or a jack, but look at the cards that are already in the muck. Zheng down to 5.6. Twan Lee going for a unique double of the high roller and the main event.
See, just waving at Chris one day. He comes up to me yesterday, just having a chat. When you go in Vegas, all this. When you go, he goes, I've had a massive balls up. He goes, the last couple of months, getting the kitchen done, getting the house done, doing all this stuff for the missus because we got a wedding that falls when the 10k PLO is. So he's been trying to do everything to get out of this wedding. So it comes to crunch time. Ask the missus if he can go for the week for the 10k PLO. Not allowed. So he's done all this grafting. So he goes to me, the 25k's the week after, so I think I'm just going to sell a chunk for that and go and play the 25k PLO. Everyone going out. Even Tower's going out.
25k PLO.
It's meant to be the softest of the lot, Tower, believe it or not. Yeah, it's meant to be one of the softer.
Well, if you have the cash, would you invest?
Yeah, of course, yeah. If I had like a decent score, I'd probably play the 25k. I was planning on playing it about 6 months ago. Just had not the best few months at the cash tables. Yeah, so to take a little drop down.
Yeah.
But if, yeah, we have decent score.
It's good when you realise that you're having a bad run, so you've got to drop down, rather than just carrying on butchering it all and just you're just getting yourself deeper in a hole.
Yeah.
I like that. Chris Johnson 14th in the Sunday Million last week.
Nice.
What day was that on?
I nearly answered that. I nearly actually answered that question, and I'm glad I didn't.
Well played, Mr. Chris Johnson. Obviously still doing things online, Mr. Chris Johnson. His volume over the last 15 years has just been incredible. Hi, John Bonadise. Good afternoon, lads. Thanks for the stream. Is Tower doing a treble? No, there is no Tower's treble. I don't even know what's even on. We actually got a 4-1 winner yesterday, believe it or not, John. I told everybody that number 9 for Iceland would have a shot on target in the first half. I got told stick a tip out when England the game was on, so we gave out number 9. He scored 3 times in the last 3 games. Have a shot on target in the first half. It was 4-1. He was 50s for 2. Anyway, scored the goal. But no Towers treble, and no Towers treble at Goliath either, because there's still no football season. So Jay's ordered egg on toast for breakfast. Lovely breakfast. What did they bring him? A spoon.
A spoon.
Egg on toast with a spoon. Good luck with that. So yeah. So no Towers treble. Let's just have a quick run back to this because Zheng's all in and he's getting snapped by Callum. He is getting snapped by Callum with the Kings. Zheng is all in for his final 4.5 after losing with the 7s. You're drawing a bit thin when it comes flop set with backdoor clubs as a redraw as well, and that's it, dead on the turn. So Zheng busting out, very unlucky. Zheng Mao straight after Tom Middleton on our feature table, which means we're down at 52.
Seat open, table 7, seat 9.
And 25 are getting paid. 25, not 24. 1,930 as a min cash. We will get you the payout structure during the break. 25 getting paid. The winner will be getting £36,150. When we get to an FT, we'll lock up 4,025. But we'll get that strolling across during the afternoon. We should get to the final. Oh, what's this? Northampton Saints or Bath? Then Tower. I don't fancy a Bath. So we'll go for Northampton Saints. Aren't Bath like... Surely Bath have got to be the favourites, haven't they? I don't know anything about rugby, as you know, Karen. You're the rugby expert. You're the rugby expert, so I don't actually... know too much about. I'm guessing it's rugby union. So I would say Northampton to win by. What about this? Let's go Northampton -5. How's that? So Northampton to win by 6 or more. That's my tip. Afternoon call. John Lakeland, hope you're well. Last day today, flight tonight. Enjoy the sunshine. Land at 3 a.m. Wow. Land at 3 a.m. That's some flight. Having a couple of hours on the sun lounge, watching the live stream, in the sunshine, drinking cocktails, flying home tonight. Hope you had a great time, Cole.
Huh? You would have loved it.
Katie Swift's in the building. The Swifty all in pink. That's not pink. Is it pink? Go on then. So, Rennie is in pink. What colour's Katie in? Is it an off pink? Is it fuchsia? No, it's not fuchsia. A hat and trousers combination. Peach. Ah, I can see that. I can see peach. Happy Saturday Whopper Supper. Hope you're well. Live stream on all day. Katie's the day 2 buying. Goes to the table. Well, we're going to be defending the big blind with 8-9. Queen eye flop. Queen 4-5. Actually whiffs everybody. There's the 4 on the turn. No, with the bet, we'll win the hand. Did you manage with a spoon?
I got a knife and fork instead. I don't know how you'd possibly be able to eat egg on toast with a spoon. How is it possible? The toast comes in whole slices. I literally have to pick it up with my hand, put the egg in it, and make it a sandwich. But we're all right.
Brings a spoon. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, Swifty in the building.
Yep, we're trying to decipher what colour. We went with peach.
They're putting Taylor Swift on, I can hear in the background. This went on yesterday.
What?
This is Taylor.
Is it?
Yeah,
How'd you do it?
because I've been listening to it the last couple of weeks.
Forcefully.
Yeah, forcefully. Not really forcefully, it's like on, like in the background, and you can just hear it.
I can't even hear it, I can hear muffled. Anybody in Edinburgh go to Taylor Swift yesterday? I watched it.
And the rest are CFO.
Taylor Swift at Edinburgh yesterday, 54 quid. Ask David Blacklow.
Lines up first time today.
Level 800, 1600, 1600.
Stephen Nova says, Tower. Rosie says the hat is coral in colour. Coral? I wouldn't even have thought that was in colour. It's a bookmaker's and it's a reef.
Yep.
I wouldn't even thought it was a colour. And I know a girl called Coral. Well, I didn't know it was a colour. Probably did, but it's not one of the ones that's on a tin of paint, is it?
I don't think so.
It's just call 16.
The Seaforth's going to watch the Eagles in Manchester tonight. Nice one. Yeah, but Glenn Frey's not in them.
This is interesting from Renee. He goes for the limp with 7-8 off. 2 limps in front of her. Wants to get him for cheap, perhaps. Mo completes. Callum checks option.
5 way to the flop. King 4-3 all spades, and nobody has a spade.
Chris Johnson actually out in front with the King 10. He's going to thin the field down. And that should be it. Mo can't call with a 4.
Well, he didn't raise enough, so it was classed as a call and ended up saving himself chips. Well, if you do go to C4, go and see the Eagles in Manchester tonight. Don't forget, take it easy. And Blondie are in Halifax tonight. Very nice, I tell you what. The real Blondie? No way.
Blondie?
No way is Debbie Harry in Halifax.
I know Birdie, I don't know Blondie.
You know Birdie?
Yeah, skinny lad, right?
That's what you do playing golf.
Yeah, but Birdie's a singer, right? She's called Birdie. I've never heard of Blondie.
No idea. Blondie?
Yeah.
Once I had love and it was a gas. Soon found out that I had a glass. One way or another,
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna
Oh, look,
find
there
you.
were
I'm
seven-
gonna get you. Yeah, but they're still played. One thing for sure is in 45 years' time, you will not be listening to Birdie.
Well, do you know what? I always thought The Tide is High was Atomic Kitten.
Yeah, obviously.
I always thought it was Atomic Kitten.
Well, guess who wrote it first?
Blondie.
Correct.
Never heard of him, but here
In
we
fact,
are.
she didn't,
Oh, sorry.
because it was an old ska hit back in the 50s. Believe it or not. The real Blondie is in Halifax tonight. If this gets done for 6 o'clock tonight, I'm going. It's half an hour away.
Halifax, of all the places to go, why would you go to
Who's
Halifax?
from Halifax?
Cara.
Why is she here?
I don't know.
Blondie's in Halifax.
Go and tell her. Well, there she is, right on cue. Bottom right.
Unbelievable. The real Blondie's in Halifax. I can't believe it. Half an hour away. Yeah, I know where Pete Hall is a been. Kate with a nice 6 day 2 bind for Katie. More with the 7s. So numbers down to 49. Ariane Kashani busting out. Uh-oh, this is a typo. Calogero Morial.
Oh,
Out the door. Riggy. Out the door. And we saw Chen, meaning we're on 49. And Richie Burners originally from Halifax. Came to a GUKPT, came 5th, took all the money home. Amazing. And she's on tomorrow as well. Well, obviously the final's on tomorrow.
final of what?
This.
Yeah.
And Blondie's on in Halifax again tomorrow.
Yeah, but we might be done by 4 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Off to Blondie.
Then what do we have to do?
One way or another. We'll get there. Oh, the old set down.
For 3 hours plus. One day, one way or another.
Antoine with the 8s on the bun. For Chris is limped from gun. Does have a 26 BB. Seems like too many to just shove here over a limb, over an open, maybe slightly different. It's just going to ISO from the looks of things. Try and get this heads up with Chris. Makes it 5k. Francis calls the ace-2 suited, and I guess Chris now with the 4s closing the action gets to come along tower, try and find this 4 on the flop. Or just find 2 4s on the flop.
Whoa, beautiful.
And we've got Twan with overpair, Francis with 2 pair.
Chris is turning away thinking, what do I do now?
And he's going to get action as well, this is the thing.
He's got the 2 active players on the table in the hand.
And they've both got a piece. Twan continues.
Surely that saves Francis. Surely.
It's a big size. 60% are here from Twan, continuing. Francis still with Chris to worry about behind. Does make a terrific fold with the ace-2 suited. Snap call from Chris. Imagine an 8.
Really?
Next door. And this could be the end of Twan here, Tower, because may think that Chris is going to have a lot of this, like Jack 10 of clubs, Ace X of clubs, King Queen of clubs type stuff. But Chris actually now going to go for a lead for just 3,000. 10% lead here. Antoine never folding versus his size tower. Just going to call and see a river you expect.
I'm just thinking, why 3k? In my head if I'm in the hand.
I think just to try and get the betting lead himself, so he just gets to shove rivers now. Like, he's chosen a size that Twan's going to continue anything, so now he's got the betting lead, just going to get to go all in on rivers. and maybe he wants to do this with the part of his range that is flush draws as well, Tower, to set his own price for the turn. So we can't just do it with our flush draws. We need some strong hands in there as well.
So obviously the Queen of Clubs is a back card for Chris. But, yeah, basically all of it, he says.
And when calling turns, in our head we need to have rivers that we're going to fold on, and I think this Queen of Clubs is one that will be a lay down tower. Like offsuit Queen we might have to call here as time, but this Queen of Clubs, like Chris's main bluffs are the front door club draws, so now they all complete as well, and then we're already behind his value on turn as well. So we specifically need Chris to have like ace 5 of hearts, ace 3 of hearts here. That's about it. Can't really have much else. Maybe like if he's limping 5-6 suited with hearts, but clutching at straws to find bluffs. And then for value, he's got pocket nines, he's got deuces, he's got fours, he's got flushes, all like the ace-x suited upwards. Countless combos of value, not too many of bluffs when weighing up all these factors. Hoping C1 come to the correct decision and let this one go.
Working through every combo. Swan Lee, champion in the high roller.
See, this is the thing, he's probably sat there now. He's been at a concert for 4 hours, Tower. He's got Taylor Swift booming in his head while he's trying to think through the decision. Went to the first show in the UK last night. Couldn't play day 1 on the Friday, so come for a day 2 buy-in. And does still keep himself alive. Good fold from Twan.
Yep, good fold indeed. Vegas satellite for a C4 this weekend. Good luck to the C4.
Trying to get out there for cheap, I'm sure he will.
Razor Kev just called the box office to try and get tickets for Blondie, but he's just been kept hanging on the telephone. That's one of the songs.
I assume that. I did assume. Someone else put it as well.
Nice one, Razor Kev. And Paul Ledridge says one way or another was Blondie. I thought it was Leanne Rimes. Oh, really? Do you not watch?
See, I know Leanne Rimes.
Coyote Ugly, the most famous one way or another music scene there is. When she jumps on the bar. One way or another, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, that one. Oh man. I still can't believe Blondie's in Halifax.
Still can't believe there's a musician called Blondie. That's what I can't believe.
Did you not mean Birdie? As Katie moves all in.
Oh dear, for the Swifty in some big trouble here. Shoves for 9. Mo with jacks. Mo will make the call. Or is it an ISO? Could be an ISO. No, just a call.
Ace 9 for Kate. Katie Swift gonna need to hit the flush. Or an ace. Oi oi, just 2 of them.
Yeah, 2's the same scenario as 1 though.
It is.
Gonna have to fade a jack. Renee, Katie will double. 7 of hearts on turn.
Fading the jack.
Looking good for the Swifty. No jack.
There we go.
The Swifty doubles to 32. to have some giveaways today as well, guys.
We are.
We'll start next session. There's some good questions yesterday.
So numbers drop down to 46. As Paul Macaulay busts out. Josh Radley busting out. Will Stevenson. Woody busting out. Chris Wood. And we said Ariane Kashani. Means we're down to 46. 25 get the money. Renier with the boots, flops a set. Nice check. And just a check call from Renier. Francis getting out of the way. Seven of spades turn. She's going to find a check again. And she does indeed. So it should be leading on the river, whatever river it will be, as Callum checks the turn. Right, it's checked again. No bet on the river. No bet from Rennie. I thought we might have led after the check on the turn, but decided not to.
6-5.
Rennie with the 10-7. Folded all the way around. So it's going to make it up. Okay, with the A7 suited. One, wants to see a flop with the A7 suited. Dominated Rene in this spot. King 2-8. So Leeds, that's 1.6. Call from Katie with the ace. Turns a 3 of spades, half expecting Rennie to check. As Katie calls on the flop. Deuces and threes in Rennie's range as she just makes up the small. Any 8-5, any 8-4. Yeah. So she just continue and makes the best unfold. Certainly in range 8 deuce 3. Callum Gordon 80 bigs chip leader down to 43. 43. So on 43. As Andy Aspinall just busts out and Paul McCauley. And now about 10 minutes ago, Josh Radley, who chopped it in Blackpool last year for chunks. Manchester, sorry. Had a result last year in Blackpool as well. With Josh doing really well in Manchester this year, busting out unfortunately before the money. Payout structure is now out. We'll get that on the screens later. And during the day, £36,150 up top and 25 getting the money. Look down to see Francis calling with King 10. Okay. And the Ace 10. There's the call. The old Queen 3. The old Queen 3 defending. Not the flop. Katie wants to see 2, 3, 5, 2 spades. Callum and Francis going to be going at it. More flops middle pair. Well done, Francis. Checked all the way around. So that may slow things down again unless we're going to be repping. As the 6 of clubs hits the turn. Francis says 5k. Kate will get out of the way. More calls. With the best of it. Which should bring Callum along for the draw. And he gets away with the Jack Queen of Spades. After Moore didn't just call, he raised it up to 15. So this could just be a check send. Oh, Francis. Yeah, he just sees the nod and that's winning. Sends it. Big decision on Moore's head. Jay, that's how I asked Jay how many bracelet winners from Leeds. Well, we all know that Lawrence Gosley's got one. But is there any more? That's the big question. Is there any more? I am not sure. Who is it? So Francis with the ace 4 on 29, as he didn't call. Now puts it in with an ace in the early position. And it works. And it works. So Gary Whitehead on 11, Twanley on 14, Swifty on 15 and Francis on 20, and the rest are plenty safe enough and not shoots. We got saw Simon Higgins this morning.
Yeah.
He walked in, he says, "Oh, great question on the quiz last night." He says, "But you should have asked," and a better question was, what was his first ever cash and how much? He says, that'd have been more interesting. I went, "Oh, right, okay." So I had a little guess. He went, "No, his first ever cash was $100,000.
What?
First ever entry on the database.
That would have been a good question.
First ever entry onto the database was $100,000.
And here we go. Gary Whitehead in rough shape with the ace-9. Twine with ace-jack calls it off.
Two relative short stacks. Get it in. Whoa, when we flop it, Gary Whitehead flops it. So now needs to fade a jack to double. Does Mr. Gary. Oh, the river, the dirty river.
That is filth.
Oh, that is just ill for Gary. Flops it, gets himself huge favourite to win the hand. 9 on the flop, jack on the river for Twanley, who moves up to 26 bigs, and Gary Whitehead heads to the cup. weird. When people walk into the card room on the 8th of June in an overcoat and a scarf, what's happened to this country?
It's the roadmen of the country, Tower. They're the men of the road.
They're the men of the road?
Yep.
What does that mean?
It means they dress up in hoodies and joggers and big puffer jackets when it's 20 degrees outside.
I'm guessing it's just cold.
It's not. I was just out there.
Oh.
I was standing outside for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was lovely.
Excellent. Why were you standing outside?
Because I ordered the coffees to the wrong place.
Again?
Yeah, again.
Well done.
Yeah. I forgot. Because me and Mikey do alternate days.
Yeah.
When we had the high roller, we obviously had the early finish.
Yeah.
So I ordered coffee to the hotel at about 6 o'clock.
Ah.
And then yesterday it was his coffee run.
Yeah.
So he ordered the coffees to the casinos, and today's my coffee run. So
Yeah.
I just go on Uber Eats, I do the order, done. Don't think any of it. Guy's calling me, where are you? I'm outside. I'm outside. No, you're not. You're not. Stop lying to me, mate. You're not outside. He goes, you stop lying to me. You're not outside. I'm like, I'm outside. I look on the phone. I've ordered it to the hotel where we're staying at. I go, sorry, mate. My apologies. Can you come to the casino?
Oh, brilliant. So, standard raise from Rennie with the blinds at 1600.
15 shouldn't be calling this off as Renee.
And then Katie with the ace king. And that's good enough for Katie to win the hand and get herself back up to 32,020 big blinds. But the absolute best was Coventry. It was just the absolute best. So down to 39. As we lose Michael Howard, Rob Boone, Phil Walker, and now Gary Whitehead. So Gary just been eliminated there, ace 9 against ace jack, so we're on 39. 25 get the money, as scrolling across the bottom. Phil Walker out, local hero, Rob Boone, Michael Howard, Andrew Aspinall, all busting out. We're on 39.
So what a hearts for Katie, can't do much with this, into the mug it goes. Another Taylor Swift song, that's the second one of her today.
Really?
They're all coming out.
Is she going to Leeds?
She's not coming to Leeds, but she's going to Liverpool. That's not far away, is it? How far's Liverpool from here? An hour?
Yeah, and the rest.
2 hours?
I'd say it's right at the other end of the M62. So
Oh, okay.
you go from junction 29 to junction none.
Oh, okay, long way.
The old brothers. Looks like you can reach for Goliath through the bookstores, client account this year. Yeah, that you can indeed. That's Grosvenor Poker, 1,500 guaranteed satellites seats in May, June and July, but they are running on stars as well. Okay, with the 5s and 20 bigs. Stu Sefton in his Ferrari says it's 1 hour 20 with no traffic
So I told you.
at the correct
I
time.
said about an hour. Queen 9 suited for Twan, opens cut off. And Chris could send here. Oh no, sorry, I thought he was in the big blind, he's in the small, just going to play cool. If he was in the big, could have potentially sent this for the 25 effective of Twan. Just playing cool. And still Rene to worry about behind us. Rene gets out of the way in the big, heads up to the flop.
Just flops it.
Again.
Just flops it. Probably turn quads.
time we got shot here. Do expect to continue on the 10-8-3. I think one that we will have some bigger bets on as well. Maybe not versus small blind. It does actually go for the check back. Wanting to realise equity of gut shot and overcard for on the turn.
This one needing to hit to spike a jack. No, could be a bad river for Twan Lee.
Awful river for Twan. And Chris can find a check here. Difficult too.
15's huge. Last time he did that, he turned over quads.
150%.
Last time he overbet, he turned over quads. In 5k, he probably gets caught.
What a foul, Twan Lee.
Yeah, brilliant.
Top-notch stuff from him.
Yeah.
Check, 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 check. River's top pair folds to the 150% River lead.
Right, big question. You're a Tottenham fan.
Yep,
Your missus wants to see Taylor Swift,
yep,
and they're playing at the Emirates.
yep.
Would you take her?
Yeah, I'd still go.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't even need to leave my seat to go to the urinal either, Tal. That's the great thing about it.
Just thinking. See the gas.
Yeah.
We know it's Bristol Rovers.
Okay.
And she's playing at Bristol City's football ground. You see.
Oh, okay.
She's at Ashton Gate in Bristol. What would Gas do? Would he buy a ticket if he has to go in Bristol City's? I'm guessing he's been in the away end. Hey Valerie, in case I ever failed and missed the first question, her answer's 2,791.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for tuning in, Val. Happy Taylor Swift Day again.
Yep.
Day number 2.
I'm actually getting excited about it now. Only 6 days.
Good on you. It's only because it's 7 days to Vegas.
Yeah. I know him as soon as that's over. Vegas, baby.
Oh,
KE64 Hearts do expect to see a defend in the big. Suited one gap up. Does come with call.
I'd like to say, hope the roads are clear and you have a great day, but I just know that the Edinburgh roads are just not clear, ever. First we top pair, second best kicker. That'll do. That'll end it. Afternoon, gents. How are we going to be streaming the Summerfest in Liverpool, says Sir Sinkalot. No, we'll still be in Vegas. All the team, well, not all the team, but me, Jay, Boothie,
Ewan, Jamie Nixon,
you and Jay, everybody
Katie.
will all be in Vegas, so no streaming of the Summerfest in Liverpool, but good luck when it's out there. And yet, they're putting a marquee in the casino car park, I do believe. Hope it's fantastic. Hope it's a great event. Pianica says her road's clear, but she's nowhere near Murrayfield. So my first ever live game in England was in 1971 at Bristol City's 11 testimonial versus an England 11 as a birthday do with your best mate and his dad. It finished 5-5. That's how testimonials should be played. 1971 was the year after England lost in the semis and they got absolutely butchered by Brazil. The dirtiest football team I've ever seen in my life with Brazil in 1970. Ever. And I mean like ever. They were horrendous. But to be fair, I still think the 1970 World Cup song by England was the best one ever.
1970.
Yeah. Back home, we'll be thinking about you when we are far away.
I have never heard
Back
that song.
home, we'll be singing about you when we go all the way. You say it was a great tune,
It wasn't as good as.
and I actually think it got to number 1. I'm pretty sure. It was a great song. One of my favourite football songs, I must admit. Back home, you're thinking about you when we are. It was good. Tune in. Yeah, just listen to it. Great tune. Great tune. Good team in 1970.
Apologies for that, guys.
I do like Vindaloo as well, I must admit. Live at the Shed says, good looking Vegas gents. What events are you playing? Jay's got his schedule sorted out. He's playing 4 bracelet events plus plenty of PLO events everywhere in the town. And I'll be cheering everybody on. I'm going to flick in I'm probably flicking the seniors might do, or the mini might do. We'll see how we go. Oh, I can't sing the Vindaloo song. Me mum, me dad, and me
that was a
gran
good
went
one.
off to Waterloo.
So was
Great song.
Come On England to Come On Eileen, 2004. You remember that, the smooth one? Do you know what actually happened with that song, Come On England? Do you know why that was a hit? There was a show, there was this, I remember watching it as a kid, there was a reality TV show, well, not reality, but basically there was different groups of teams, and they went away and they wrote their own England song,
Okay.
and then each team got to the next stage, and then Come On England to the tune of Dexter's Midnight Runners was actually the song that won that competition. But it was a show, it was a whole show, and I remember watching it, and there was one about Sven and Eriksson. I'm not going to do it on stream, but it was so funny. But there we go. But Come On England to Come On Eileen. Three Lions is still the best.
Yeah, 3 Lions is obviously
can't
the
beat
one in
3 Lions.
'96. That was brilliant.
Queen 10 for Francis, opens to 32 from gun.
Francis raising up. Says everything when the World Cup songs are better than the team.
Yeah, it does.
You're absolutely right. It does. What time does my rugby bet kick off, Karen?
No 6-card live at the Shed. They got some big O out there, some 5-card stuff going on.
They do not do 6-card anywhere. Anywhere. And they were talking about it on Poker Go the other day that they'd never even heard of it. So Karen asked me for the tip. The Northampton Bears are going to win, and they're going to win -5. That was my tip, so to win by 6 or more. And Karen went, ooh, interesting. What? Yeah, Rugby Union.
Oh, rugby, okay. I missed that bit.
I had no idea who the gate teams were, so I just checked it. And that was it.
Swan, Rivers, the straight here. Francis can't call with Queen High, but looks like he can do this. Is he going to race? This gets out of there. Yeah, one day live at the Shed. To be fair, I just want to play PLO this year. What I saw last year. I've been in the old Munker as well a bit. On the Munker. It's called Munker Solver, but it's a 4-card solver.
Oh, right, okay.
Basically,
Well, I got the nickname wrong. It's the Northampton Saints and not the Bears. Don't back the Bears today, they're not playing.
Okay, don't back the Bears.
So the Saints to win -5 is Towers' tip. And I didn't even know who were playing and who they were.
Good luck.
So good luck with that.
You'll need it.
You'd be up chunks if you were on Thory Nielsen yesterday to have a shot on target first half. 4-1. 4-1 straight in. So we're on 39.
Callum opens on the button. Francis defends Queen 7. Had a good start with his double, but
Got right down to the danger zone now.
yeah.
Yeah, indeed it is Northampton versus Bath. Is it Bath or Bath? Does it depend where you come from? To me, it's a Bath.
Right?
To me, it's a Bath.
It's Bath.
There you go. To me, it's Bath.
What do you say if someone's being sick in like a ferocious manner? If they're sick everywhere?
Projectile.
Well, no. How would you say bath as in if they're bathing as in sick?
Bath.
Yeah.
B-A-R-F-F.
Yeah. But,
Bath.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say that's
Because Bath is B-A-T-H. So it's Bath.
yeah. And I'm taking path is path for you as well.
Path.
If you're walking on the path.
Yeah.
Okay. Northern lingo.
Yeah. And if I'm really good at arithmetic, I'm good at math. You're not good at math, are you? You're good at math.
Maths.
You're not good at maths. Rugby League Cup final at Wembley today. What's the Towers tip for that? I've never heard of Rugby League. What's that? Don't even know who's in the final. I've only just cottoned on to Rugby Union.
King Jack for Rene. Francis all in the small with the A7. I'm going to get this one through. .13.5 BBs. Gun open from Rene. Not calling off King Jack. On to the next.
Warrington versus Wigan. Oh, surely it's got to be Wigan. Martin and Fire running down the wing. Got to be Wigan. I'm going for Wigan -5. There's a pattern. That'd be a good double.
Would be.
Northampton -5, Wigan -5. There you go. Martin and Fire to score a try. Do you remember a guy in rugby union called Jonah Lomu?
No.
Oh, right.
I don't even. Yeah, I could name you 3 rugby players probably.
Okay.
Johnny Wilkinson,
Yeah,
Jason Roberts.
yeah. That's 2. Now we're struggling. Now we're struggling.
See, 2. I only know them 2 from the World Cup team.
Oh. Could be a while, guys. Could be a while. We'll come back to the action because Francis is all in and Twan Lee's going to call with the 10s.
Francis, what is he doing? 8-9, he's in. Let's go. Let's run it. Have a little gamble for just south of 20. To be fair, Twan is going to open probably like 50% range on buttons, so therefore only going to be able to call like 15% of hands that he's opened. So maybe Francis just attacking this cut-off button dynamic, just going for it. Unfortunately, running into it, so going to need
Help.
a lot of help. Oh, I got one.
Oh heck, go on.
I'll tell you after.
It's not a 6 or a
Francis
7.
is dead on the turn. And there, no, Jack
Not yet,
would do
not
it.
yet.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses, it's Francis Oberdon, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. Francis eliminated in 38th.
Mike Phillips.
Yeah, but isn't it Jason Robinson and not Jason Roberts?
Jason Robinson, yeah, that's the one, the really quick winger in the 2003 World
He
Cup.
also said Roberts.
Well, you didn't let me finish my sentence. Robertson, I was going to say.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, Jason Robinson, Johnny Wilkinson,
Yeah.
Mike Phillips. There we go. It is Mike Phillips, ain't it?
I have no idea.
Zara's other half. Zara and Mike.
That's Mike Tyndall. That's Mike Tyndall.
No, because she's Phillips.
She's Zara Phillips.
Is that not his her name?
No, it's her name.
Ah, Mike Zara's other half. There we go. That is my third rugby player for your tower. We got there in the end. Never watched rugby. I remember watching the 2003 World Cup, and that is about it.
Sit open feature, seat 7.
You know the winning drop goal has never been aired on TV since.
What, Johnny Wilkinson?
Yep.
Is it not?
Nope.
Why not?
Because ITV refused rights to anybody in the world.
So you can't see it anywhere?
Nope. You'll be able to watch a clip of it somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm guessing YouTube or something like that. But they weren't allowed to show it on any TV clip, any news clip ever.
Crazy.
Yep. Karen says, what about picking one that's not been retired in the last 15 years?
You've got no chance, Karen. Absolutely no chance. I couldn't even name you one that's playing today.
Is Bill Beaumont still playing?
Bill Beaumont.
He used to be great on Question of Sport. Do you remember Question of Sport?
Yeah, yeah.
He was a team captain with Emlyn Hughes. Remember Emlyn Hughes? No? You not heard of Emlyn Hughes?
No, never heard of it, no.
So Bill Beaumont's retired, apparently, and Emlyn Hughes. They used to do the Question of Sport, they were team captains. No?
I remember Question of Sport. I never really watched it, but I remember it being on the TV, like scrolling through the old TV guide, Question of Sport, skip past that.
They used to do a Question of Sport FA Cup final every year. He was the Liverpool captain when they won the European Cup in '77.
I've never heard of any of them.
And
Karen.
'78.
Literally. I am clueless. One of the sports that I'm absolutely clueless on. And it's a table full of ladies. Big C comes and joins us, I believe.
So down to 37, 25 get the money, 6 minutes to go until the end of the first session. How long's the break? 20?
I'm
guessing it will be. Guessing the first break of the day is 20. Which means we'll be back at 20 to 3. And 2:40 PM with a new table. Hiya, does it? Banner's most famous son, you're not wrong. Emlyn Hughes.
Meadow. Carl Lakeland, you're right. If it's not Bale, Meadow, Soldado, Keane, Berbatov, Son or Kane, I don't have a clue. You're spot on. Egyptian.
and who scored the second goal in Game 3 of the 2002 World Cup.
Do you know what? I think Game 3 was actually Senegal-France, and I'm not actually joking. I think Senegal beat France 1-0 because it was they were one of the earlier groups, so it could have actually been Group B.
No, sure, it wasn't Senegal-France the first game because the world champions normally kicked off, didn't they?
No, because it was North Korea. It was not North Korea, South Korea. South Korea, Tokyo. So it would have been Japan or South Korea in the first game, surely.
Nah, who won the World Cup in '98?
France.
France definitely kicked off in 2002.
Because I know that was one of the earlier games because they lost 1-0 in their first game to Senegal. I remember. Okay.
It used to be the defending champ.
It's not anymore.
Always,
though,
I know
is
it not now.
Yeah, okay. I never knew that.
In fact, the host country now has to qualify.
Do they?
Whereas, yeah,
Do they?
yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Where have you heard that?
Because they hold it in 27 countries now, don't they?
South Africa didn't have to qualify in 2010.
That's a long time ago.
I never knew that. I never actually realised that the defending champs were always the first team to kick off.
It could be the defending champions that have to qualify. Because you used to get a bye, didn't you, when you won it?
Back to the action. Chris goes with 3-bet. Queen 9 suited. Twan with the 10s. '2006 World Cup it changed, says Joe Diego.
There we go. It was always the defending champions started the World Cup.
2006. Seems like yesterday we were in Germany.
Oh, don't start that again. Don't start that again. I'll end up buying it.
It's not fair for Chris with the Queen 9 of Spades. See, Joe, that's what I always thought. I always thought the host played first. And I never actually realised in 2002 that it weren't either Japan or South Korea with the first game. 2006 is when it apparently changed. How are we doing? Curtis, afternoon lads, hope you're well. My tip for the Euros, Mbappe Golden Boot winner 9-2. Think he goes mental in this tourney.
Overrated. Roy Cyphers, who's coming for the seniors tomorrow, he says, "Dear God, don't ask Jay who Ian Botham is. He'll be thinking he's the guy who
Cricketer. What do you think I am? Cricketer. There we are.
He just thinks that the guy who does the adverts for the sore legs.
I know, I'm just clueless at rugby. That's it, Roy. It's just a sport that I've never watched, other than the World Cup that we won many moons ago. Eight-9 suited for Katie. I'm not sure if we get to shove this as Katie for, what, 13, 14 bigs. I think maybe one that could find its way in from cut-off specifically, but we'll go with open.
Ace 4-3.
Continue from Katie. Gets it done.
The Diamondo with a tip for the Euros. 2 yellow cards in every game is 100-1.
No chance.
No chance?
No chance.
And Smite says, Tower, did you really just say Mbappe is overrated? Yeah, and I don't understand why Real Madrid are buying him. And Real Madrid will not win the European Cup next year. Because they don't need him.
So going to be final hand of the session, guys. We'll have some giveaways coming up next session.
We're
eking towards the money bubble with 37 remaining.
25 get the money. We saw Francis being eliminated It could be an interesting day. Riggy and Taffy are already on the course line.
Oh no. And Woody.
And Woody.
So it's been the session of this man, Chris Johnson, chipped up terrifically.
Quads, sets, straights, everything.
And is it going to be the final battle between these
Don't
two?
call Twan, he's bound to flop a set. So here we go. Heads up, final hand of the sesh. 20-minute break on its way after this hand. Nice flop for Twan.
Yeah, like versus big blind here, Tal, we'd probably bet range. Versus small blind, we're going to do a lot more checking as Chris. All this king, queen, jack 10, queen, jack, 8, 9 suited, all this type in there from the big blind. However, now we are at stone cold bottom as ranges, Chris. Once we open from early position, these under pairs are going to be the worst hands that we can have. So may have some ideas if check to about going for a bluff, but not going to get that opportunity. Twan leads, hand over. We're on a 20-minute break, guys. See you at 20 to 3.
See you soon.
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second here, guys.
Because this could be huge from the two men who got the stacks and all the chips at the moment.
This is set up central, 5-handed, and with these two opponents, Tower, two firecrackers, it probably gets in. Like, if this is a setup with, let's say, Jagger and Midi with all the chips, I doubt it would get in at the FT, but with these two, here we go. Incoming 4-bet. And Twan Lee's not going to put in a third of his stack to fold queens, I don't think, Tower. Here we are. Twan on Twan action, says Ben. And it's probably going to end up in the middle because Twan's not folding kings and Twan Lee's not going to fold queens after putting in a third of his stack. Here we are. And this is a huge point in the tournament. This is going to be for well over half the chips in play. Assuming Twan goes with 5-bet jam, I don't see any merit in flatting now we get here, Tower. Is he thinking about folding?
No, he can't be folding. Can't be folding.
Oh.
Is he gonna jam all in? Or jam not all in?
Surely all in's the only option we have.
It's just the option, that's
There
it.
we go with the all in, and it's back over to Twan Lee. What is he thinking now? But is he putting in a third of his chips to fold queens? Maybe he is. Because now it's like a situation, Tower. Twan's never doing this with jacks. He's never doing it with tens. Is ace king even in there? Probably not. So surely it's got to be one of these. 12 combos combined, aces and kings, 6 of each. Surely it's got to be one or the other. And can we fold and leave ourselves with still 70 BBs? And maybe he is going to let it go.
So Twan at the bottom of the TV has said something in native language, in a different language, that Twan Lee then says you shouldn't have said that. So floor was called. I don't think there's any action or any penalty, or if there is, it'll be after the hand. But he's made the call with the queens.
And the table love to see this, Tower. Second and first and chips colliding. Everyone at the table's loving this.
You're not wrong.
And if
You are not wrong. Twan Lee.
Going to need a queen, and if he doesn't find it, Twan Win is going to be runaway chip leader.
Oh, it's on the flop. A flopped set, but brings in tens and a king.
What a sick flop.
What a flop.
Biggest pot of the tournament. We got our opponent dead to 2 outs, and now we're needing to hit. Doesn't find it. So Twan Lee up to 2 million. Twan Win down to 372. But what a huge turning point that is in the final table.
Huge. Ryan's in. There's 1.1 million, 14 bigs.
10-8 of clubs. Savas got the queens here.
Here we go. I'm all in.
Going to be seeing an ISO here, I think. From Savas.
There's a triangle.
The triangle.
All in.
Oh, what a spot for Mohammed.
Mike can't get them in.
What a spot. There were no thinking and tanking then.
He can't get them in quick
There
enough.
were no tanking. Can I have a count, please? None of that malarkey on this time. Look at these kings against queens against Ryan's 10-8.
Fine set here.
More could be chip leader. 3.4 million.
Honestly.
If it wins this, if the kings hold, is chip leader.
Oh, Savas is just sick here.
Kings, queens.
Here we go. Three-way action.
Mo with 60% equity here. 3 ways. Kings versus queens versus 10-8. In 3.4 million chips in this pot. This is a huge moment for this final table. Ace 10-7. So some equity there for Ryan.
There's always an ace on the flop, you know, when you got kings. Just that nobody's got one this time. Oh, Ryan!
Oh, Ryan!
Oh, no way. The 10-8 going to do it. It does.
Wow, what a spot for Ryan. It's the
my.
jam 10-8. Boats up versus queens and kings. And I think he had Mo covered. They're just going to double check the counts here because it was pretty close. But
Wow.
that is some hand.
10 on the flop. 8 on the turn. 8 on the river. Are you kidding? The short stacks have got plenty of time. 14, 15, 17 bigs. Still plenty of time. Cal looks down. Gun opens and looks down at kings. Any action for the man. They're called Calagero. Michael with the 9s, probably going to be seeing a flop at least. Which he does. Makes the call. Calls passes out with 9 deuce. John gets underway as well. Now Thomas will defend the big. Looks down at 240k. Does he think this is a good time to squeeze?
It's a sick one here. I mean, Tom's probably not getting away from this one, Tower, to be fair. But
There's the raise.
does go 3-bet, not all in, and it's going to be really grim here when Cal goes 4, and then Michael's probably going to get out of the way, and we're back on time. We know we're behind at that point, but
10 seconds.
Cal's triangles in. First bit of action.
Michael gets out of the way, and Tom obviously can't do anything at that point, but he's got some outs. And he's taking on the man of the moment in the first all-in confrontation of the final table.
Does it happen?
At the high roller, so...
You know what always happens when you're up against kings and you're all in? There's always an ace on the floor.
Honestly.
It is. It happens more than it should do.
Yeah, where's your ace there?
Ah,
there we go.
it's almost like needing one of the 3 aces, running queens.
7 on the turn, so just 3 outs now for Tom going into the river, or the bubble will burst here.
Oh, Barry! From heaven. Oh, man.
Out of nowhere, Ewan applauds.
God.
Oh, that is a savage one.
That is grim. Phil Dennison, card room manager, supervisor, local hero.
I won't go that far.
Come on, come on.
It's close.
We're in Leeds.
We are.
As soon as we finish, we're having a refurb.
We are having a refurb. We're expanding the poker room upstairs. Going from 10 tables to 18 tables.
Yes.
The restaurant's going downstairs, so we've taken over the full restaurant. Brand new tables, brand new chairs, brand new dealer chairs. Brand new dealers coming as well, to be fair.
Excellent.
So there's going to be training schools coming up over the next few weeks for brand new dealers. A lot of bigger tournaments coming up, because obviously we're going to have space now. We have both sides, the normal side of the card room and the other side of the card room. One side will be mainly focused on cash games, one mainly focused on tournaments, but there will be overspill onto both sides as well. So it's going to be sort of, as soon as GUKPT finishes on Sunday night, clear everything out, and everything starts on Monday morning for the refurb.
It's an amazing building.
Yep.
We know that,
Yes.
and I know it's not an original Grosvenor Casino.
No.
But was there ever any intent to fill in the hole?
We have inquired about filling in the hole.
If you've never been, by the way, it's stunning. It really is. You look over the pit, and as you can see, you'll see all downstairs and stuff like that. But it's a big gap that we think that we could utilise.
Yeah, it's a massive gap. You can get a good, if it got filled in, you could get another 10-15 tables on there easily.
Yeah.
It'd expand us to 25-30 tables at least if it got filled in. We have inquired about it in the past.
Yeah.
We got a price for it. Then the landlord said no to it. Then when the landlord said yes, that was fine. The price was then they upped the price again. So
Great.
It just kind of went from a yes, no, until we got to a firm no.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do see Leeds as like the middle ground. You've got Leeds, you've got Manchester side by side.
We have, yes.
More Middle Earth. You know, it's a great location. It's straight off the M1. It's perfect location. When you've got 18 tables,
yes.
What's the plan on a regular basis?
What's that for?
We have fun.
Every angle the time we do something wrong. Oh, except the whole table's...
Regarding, will we have a grand opening festival?
So there's going to be a grand opening festival for both tournament and cash.
Excellent.
The plan is to do a big £150 buy-in tournament. Going to be obviously satellites for that as well before we come in.
Yeah.
There's going to be a cash game night, so the opening night of cash games. There's going to be high hand of the night, the high hand of the hour for the full night.
Yeah.
So we're looking at about £2,000 giveaway there on the cash games, and then every month there's going to be at least one big tournament every month, whether it be a 25-50 or whether it be something local that we make ourselves. There's going to be something there every month until the end of December. So another sort of 6-7 months of the year still to go.
On the calendar, we know Leeds is cemented in the GUKPT section, no matter what month it is.
It is,
as you just said, 25-50s coming in. There's also all kinds of specials coming in. Would you like to see a few more 25-50s during the year once we've had it all?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like the 25-50 last year, we make 100. I know it's a 50,000 guarantee, but we make 100,000 pretty much every time. So that's not even a worry with the guarantees. When we've done our own tournaments, we do get a lot of locals travelling across from Manchester, coming down from Newcastle, up from sort of Sheffield, Nottingham as well. So we do have quite a wide scope of sort of travellers that come across as well. We've also got the UKPL coming up after Goliath. That's at the end of that's the end of August. So that's also something we're going to be sort of focusing on over the next couple of months. So there's quite a lot of going on over the next few months anyway.
Regarding the refurb, I'm guessing you're not closing the doors completely.
No, so Poker Room is staying open as normal on the regular side where we normally are. If once the other side has been done, if they're going to start doing the carpet over on the normal card room, then we will move over to the other side just to maybe for a week or so whilst they refurb the normal card room side, and then once that's done, everything will open as 18 table card room.
Anything happening to the casino downstairs or not?
There's been a few things. So behind the cash desk, they've all sort of changed a few, like all the cameras and things like that, where all the camera room is. They've expanded a little bit in the cash desk, so there's a bit more. There's no count room as such now. Whether we can talk about that or not. The staff room, all the staffing facilities have been sort of painted and upgraded. So they've been painted, everything sort of. So even back of house has been sort of expanded on a little bit.
Excellent.
So it makes all the staff a lot more sort of focused on what they're going to be doing as well.
Excellent. Well, it sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Are we getting an invite when you're real?
Absolutely. You can come down. You're only down South Yorkshire now, aren't you? So
absolutely.
And you got 6 weeks off after this.
Looking forward to an 18-table card room here in Leeds and bigger tournaments on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Phil, thanks for talking.
No problem.
Tom, man.
Wait, because it was this table, wasn't it? No, it was the other table. It was the other table? The first table you were on, Sam. Oh, yeah. Two tables. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So this was mine. Are you sure? On seat 2, yeah. Keith, and I'm here, yeah. Is Keith Littlewood on seat 1? Yeah. Okay. Should be. I just want to check my stats. Have they changed one of my chips? They changed it, they took off all the hundreds, so everyone's stacks does look different. But yeah, here you've got 15, 25, yeah? So you get one of these cool white chips. Yeah. 15, 25 did you say, yeah? 15, 25, yeah. Yeah, and then you got a Hana 20. Yeah, there you go. Let's get the extra. No, you got that one. You doubled up since today? Doubled up once and they're not on your table. Right? Nah, that's what I meant before you come. Yeah. How did you find some more chips in there? It was Paul McCauley. Yeah, Kings. You got 75 there. I'll choose one of the chips. How did you manage to find it? That's so easy. 70. Oh, 90 and 100. There you go. This is the way you said Sam. Matt, you've got to put your dice on there, I'm afraid. Go on then, mate. Okay, then have got the yeah. The dice is going. The dice? Put my shades on now. Serious, man. Keep an eye on you now. It's good against these guys. You look like Faisal now. Go on. Smarter. They see you. Your glasses. What driving glasses?
Back for more.
Is that you pressing buttons, is it?
Press what I want nowadays. How hard that will do, this will do. See what happens, here we are.
Press the button, see what happens.
Back for another 2 hours of poker, slowly creeping towards the money. We've got 36 remaining. And they are the 36. There's
Still
the names.
chip leader.
Keith and Madge on our table. They have got close to a sixth of the chips in play between them. So if they played a pot and somehow Madge stacked Keith, he'd have average stacks for 6 players left. But Let's look at some other stacks. A lot of shorties I noticed, Tower. A lot of people below this sort of 50k remit, 25 bigs. Bixie, KE, Montgomery.
Bouncy. Swanley. Well,
there's the table.
Majid Iqbal. So Majid Iqbal, isn't he?
Yep, match. That won Edinburgh.
You know who he is, don't you? Majid Iqbal won Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Exactly who he is.
Just saying, just asking these things. Afternoon, Jess. I tuned in. I tuned in yesterday morning. I did. I tuned in. You were, in fact, you were doing sit-ups in front of a French window with the light in the background. I saw you. You're absolutely ripped. Can't believe it. And then you were doing wide press-ups, which I tried to do.
No, you never. You weren't trying to do wide press-ups, surely.
They're hard, aren't they?
I bet you didn't do one.
Wide press-ups aren't easy.
Yeah.
With this timber, let me tell you,
good.
my arms need to improve. I was there.
Well, Jace is there for
watching.
you. He's there for you. Stick to his workouts. This time next year, you'll be like Jace. New featured table. We're going to run you through the players we got. We got a corker. Keith Littlewood in 1, Abdul Ahmed in 2, Tim Slater in 3, Mark Irk in 4, Michael Rosserman in 5, Jamie Nixon 6, Mark Whitney in 7, Madge in 8, and Majid Nadeem in 9. So the 2 Madges.
Do wide press-ups off the knees.
Start off the knees.
Like it. Never thought of that.
Yep.
What a good thing that is. I might do some at the dinner break.
Good luck.
Do it off the knees. Cheers, Jace. Is the benefit as good off the knees?
Build yourself up.
Like it.
And I really like Abdul Ahmed. Lovely bloke, always
Yeah.
says hello, nice off the table. But what on earth is he doing wearing that?
Shouldn't be allowed in.
He shouldn't. Hope he gets moved or the table he's in the big blind, he has to go balance tables. Can't have that on the stream, surely, Tower.
Didn't realise you were a fancy dress comp, because you know what Keith's got on, don't you?
He's got probably the Man U underneath. Sevens for Tim here, 84k. Probably just going to play flat as Tim.
Good shout. There you go. It'll take a few weeks and you should hit full form. Watch the early vids for all the build-up exercises. Cheers, Jace. Thanks, Jace. I'll be up full speed soon.
I might even join in, Jace. I feel like I'm 50 these days.
You went for a run yesterday. Or a kickabout.
Yeah, we had a kickabout in a car park. Just keep you up, East. Me, Francis, Arian, Will McMurray, would you believe it or not? Abdul continues small, 3.5k. Jamie with 2 pair. Not going anywhere. Starts with check call.
Two hearts on the turn.
Probably going to be check here now. Big advantage of flushes for Jamie from the big. You can just realise equity even up against like a King X with his 4 of hearts. As Abdul. It's like when we're going to take a freebie. Does check. 9 on the river, so Jamie with the best of it here. probably one we are going to be doing a lot of checking. Difficult to get paid from worse. Maybe blocks a thing here. Little 2k block, 10% up could be an avenue. I don't think if we do go for bet, we're going to see a big size. It goes for small size, just north of 20% up. Kind of a block in a way. And Abdul now with the ace-4. Just don't beat anything from this run out here, Tower. Lose to every single hand that Jamie calls flop with now. He's already behind versus a king and a jack, and now even hands like queen 10, 9, 10. All getting there, as well as the heart draws on the turn. Just don't beat anything as Abdul, so this one should hit the mark as it does. Just maybe slowing things down because we are 12 spots off the money. Take a few weeks for you to hit full form, watch the early vids, all about the build-up exercises. They're actually so important, the build-up exercises. So a couple of months back, me and the other half, we went to one of them Ninja Warrior things. And at
watching it?
No, you do the obstacle course and you do like...
You did it?
Yeah, of course I've done it. Well, no, I've kind of done it. So at the start, there's like 10-15 minutes, there's a massive screen, everyone's standing in front of it, and they show you like the warm-up exercises that you have to do. And you're standing there doing all these stretches. I go to Alice, I go, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. If you want to do it, you can do it. I'm going to go sit over there when they let everyone in, then I'll come and join you. So don't do it. They finish the warm-up exercises. We go in. It must have been about 5 minutes. Me and Alice were having a race, and I jump off something, and I land, and my ankle just rolls, and I'm lying on the floor in agony. And she stands over. She goes, "Should have done the warm-up exercises." Literally, stood over me and went, "You should have done the warm-up exercises." But so important when you're doing all this physical stuff. Warm up. It matters. It does matter. I found out a couple of months back. So important, the warm-up.
How do you warm up fading ankle roll?
Well, like they were actually doing all these like all the way top from bottom. So like it started with your head left to right, all that, arms, then down to the ankles. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't stand there for 15 minutes in front of a screen doing all this warm-up with it. It's not my kind of gig. I just wanted to get in there, have a bit of fun.
Brilliant.
So three-way, Tim, Mark and Jamie. And it's a nice flop for Tim. Top and bottom as the opener as well, so he's just going to get to continue here three-way. Goes to 6.5, and you should be calling once here as Mark, even facing what seems like kind of large size for this board multi-weight. And there is the call. An instant service for Mark.
Ten of spades on the turn. So Mark.
So leading for 5.5. Tim going to make the call. Looking for an ace or a jack.
It's not. It's as far away as you can get. It's a two of hearts.
But now Mark just going to get to go all in. I'm going to go for a not all in size in here as Mark would have gone for the lot with just half pot behind. 8.5k, and now awkward one for Tim once we get this price. Nearly 6 to 1 on the call here, but The other thing I will say, Tower, does Mark now ever bluff for this size? Probably not. This is just always value. But do we ever beat some stuff like Ace 10? This is the thing, once he chooses this size, but does Ace 10 really lead turn? Probably not. So we're basically hoping for Mark to have a bluff for this size, which seems optimistic. We've got 2 pair. It's difficult to let go, getting a near 6-1 price. But what on earth do we beat, Tower? Like, Mark's just should play check with all his 2 pairs on the turn. Same with his ace-x. Maybe something creative like Jack-9 of spades would be very tidy here, Tower. I think that would be a very nice bluff. Jack-9, Jack-8 of spades. I guess these are some hands we do beat as Tim. I think that's where bluffs are going to derive from here as Mark. It would be Jack-X of spades. I don't think Ace-X of spades will start leading turn as a bluff because they're still too high up showdown, but I think the Jack-9, the Jack-8, the Jack-7 suited, all ones that could be in there. But good fold from Tim, comes to the correct decision, doesn't get sticky.
Nice flop, bad turn. 36 players left, round of 192. Suraj Digwa was the last person out before the break, which means we're on 36.
And we'll have a giveaway at some point in this session. We'll say about 3:30.
Why not?
Give people a chance to get tuned in. Who done the last question yesterday? Can you remember?
Me.
You. So it's me to ask you.
I asked you about Simon Eames.
Yes, you did. Baseline suited for Mark will be an open. Pass the tee across the felt. Boovies least favourite game.
Yes. Balanced hot cuppa game.
Do you reckon he watches it at home? He just starts shaking when he sees the hot drinks go across the
Oh, his OCD, imagine.
Across the feature.
Dear.
Mad should be defending. Queen 9 of clubs, even off a 13.5. It is a 3x open though from Mark. And still, Queen 9 of clubs probably does want to get in. Does get in the mix.
Nice to see Joe dealing.
Yeah, it's strange.
So Joe Chimp, normally on the floor running tournaments, but into the dealer section this week.
It's not the felt, Chris, it's all the electronics underneath it. Not the felt I'm worried about. So I think the ace-9 here is Mark just happy to get to showdown. It looks like it's going to go for a delay. Just flushing out 2 live cards. Could be the idea. Let's take it down.
So 15 minutes into the second session of the day, level 13 of the tournament.
Yeah, playing down to a final table today, guys. Won't hit the full 10 levels in my opinion. So when we hit 9 players, that would be it for the day. 24 page.
Yep.
Level 14 bubble tower? That would be rare, wouldn't it?
14 bubble. It would. Why is Roger always in seat 5?
He's always middle away, middle of the table. He likes to just likes to be centre of attention, does old Roger. Ace Jack for Tim opens to 4.5. Jamie calls the 10-9 of clubs. Mark with King 9 suited on the button.
So off to the flop. Jamie Nixon, sponsor Grosvenor Pro, seat number 6. 6-7 Jack flop.
Love for Tim to find the check here, Tower. Yeah, goes with bet. Like these heads up pots say it all the time. Out of position player, lots of checking going on, even with our strong hands. Then we can go for the check raise. Maybe we do just still get to bet this +2 versus
Would you always think about check raising with top?
It's just in position, like check to us, we're just happy to bet. But when we're out of position, like we want to do so much checking to the in position player, Tower.
That's maybe a gin card for Jamie.
Just beautiful. And now Tim goes for another street. And Jamie not going anywhere, and both options available here, Tower. Do we think that we can ever get Tim to fold a 1-pair hand? That is the question you've got to ask yourself here. Would Tim fold a hand like King Queen, Ace Queen, King Jack, Ace Jack? And Jamie comes to the decision of just call, so I'm guessing he's thinking that Tim not going to be having these that want to fold, bet fold turn. Now check from Tim, slows it down, and just 10 high for Jamie Nixon. Is he going to put Mr. Slater to the test for the lot, Tower? 80% back. I think he assumes that Tim, hands like King Queen and Ace Queen would go for value themselves, so maybe thinks here, going to be 1 pair at best, and we can apply the pressure, and there we go. Jamie Nixon does go for the all-in, and Tim snaps it off, having absolutely none of it. Tim Slater. Check calls with the Ace-Jack. Nicely done. Up to 131.
Couldn't wait to get the call.
Could not wait. Snapped him off. Do you know what? If you're Jamie Nixon there, you just shrivel up into your little ball. It's horrible when you get heroed. But snap heroed. Tim, I guess, had already made his mind up, which I love. I love stuff like that, when you've already made your mind up what you're doing.
Yeah.
Make the decision while your head's clear.
Loving it like that.
The blinds will increase in 2 minutes.
Abdul with the ace queen raises. So the blinds are 1-2, makes it 4.5.
He's 10 off here for Mark. Gonna play cool. I just think this is probably the worst of the 3 tower. I think maybe fold is best, then 3-bet some of the time, and then maybe call as the last avenue to take versus gun specifically. But I guess we do have the covering stack, and we are just 11 spots off the money now, so it could make sense why.
Ace 10 just feels like a raising and more than a calling. And
yeah, you're spot on, Tower. You're spot on.
In nearly all spots.
Yeah, Eugene with the squeeze. Sizing is actually on point. 22k. Love the choice of size from Madge. Right on the money, I think, here. 11 BBs, I think, is spot on after this action in front. And Abdul now ace queen suited, tricky spot tower. Like ace jack's always in the muck. Ace queen off is probably in the muck. Ace queen suited seems like one that on the line here. But at 50 effective, I think we still got to come along as Abdul, just in the form of a call. But wouldn't be surprised to see Abdul fold here. He is one that does veer more on the tighter side, so if he did let this go, it wouldn't shock me with the ace queen suited. As said, there is the call. And we're heading to the streets with 52k in the middle already, over 25 BBs in the middle of the pot. But Madge
just has the reversals with the ace, jack, with the ace of spades, jack 8, 2 spades.
See if he can find the 10k here, Tower. As Madge, 10.4, 20%, something like that. Don't want to go large, my friend. Going to have small sizes here in this situation with all our range.
$125? What?
Oh, two Tower.
125? That's got to be a misclick.
No, it's not. He picked them up and he threw them in. And now Abdul going to get out of the way. We want a customer. Like, we go 20% there.
Flop the absolute world. Then you bet 3x.
Sizing pre on point, Tower. Sizing on the flop off point. That's all we can say about that one.
Wow. That was bonkers. Just wow.
Didn't even shove there, to be fair. Heavy stack. 16 to 1 for a match to make 3 tackles. It's got to be shorter now. Two of them. I know, yeah. It's got to be shorter. 8 to 1. You know what is short stack?
Well, well, well.
Mad Madge. Queen 9 here. Do expect to see him open, as he does. Over to Keith in the small blind. King 5 off for Keith. Guess going into the muck. Oh, I say guess going into the muck. Oh, sorry. Madge's limp button here. 40 opened. So Keith does have to complete King 5. Kind of forced to be in now as Keith. Once it's just a limp on the button, that's maybe why he pulled the face. He won't be pulling a face now. Trip kings for Keith.
Absolutely not. Ace, king, king. Keith Littlewood with all the chips. What a flop.
Love to see check here from Madge. Like, yeah, this is one of the spots. It's just so like over bluffed when you limp button and it comes ace or king high. The button just naturally always bets when check 2. When in reality, if they have an ace or a king, with that removal, their hands the open button and not limp. So I'm actually glad to see Madge check this one back. However, on this 3 of diamonds turn, he may fancy the delay with diamond in hand. And here comes the delay for 4k half pot. Back over to Keith. He won't be going anywhere. Plays check call. Now we should lose Abdul with the hand. Even with the 10 diamonds and this draw, getting this price, has to fold as Abdul here. Still got reverse implied odds the times it comes a diamond. We're up against a queen or jack of diamonds or even a boat. It does like to be calculated and take his time. Eventually lets it go. So river coming up. Imagine the hunt for a diamond. Doesn't get it.
Keith on the river.
Keith gets the check mark. Is it going to be a shutdown for Madge, or is it going to be a barrel? And I'd really like barrel with this hand. It's not going to work, but from the long-term perspective, I think it's a nice one to choose once we get here. But from the short-term perspective, very good check, because Keith would have been snapping him off with trips.
$31. We are down to. We're down to 31 because we've had a double bust out on the outer tables, and it's two ladies in the same hand. Katie Swift and Bixie Yao in the same hand on table 3, which was our feature table before. They've both bust out on table 3, and Tim has just gone to level the tables up because we're down to 31.
Hit and run.
Absolutely. Hits it, doubles up, balances tables, moves. So 4 tables left, 4 8-handed tables, but 1 missing obviously. Juwai and Keith Johnson with Kevin Jones busting out, leaving 31.
24 paid.
7 off the money in level number 13.
Ace 10 for Ross up. Opens the 5k. Little tank for Nixon there, just slowing things down, getting closer to the money.
King high flop, King 2-8.
Nick the mods off out with Mrs. Bite to Eat later, guys. Mrs. Bite to Eat. That's a surname and off.
Off out with Mrs. Bite to Eat.
I'm guessing you're off out with the
Ladies
Mrs.
and gentlemen, stand up please for Mr. and Mrs. Bite to Eat.
We know what you mean, Mick. Enjoy.
Right?
Just a typo in the chat.
Oh, dear. Where are you going, Mick the mod treater? You're on an absolute eater with the poker. Where are you off to, Mick the mod? For Zender? Well, you need first place for about 3 weeks. Off to the pool hall. I love it. Oh dear.
That's when Mick rocks up. He gets to the pool with his missus, they order the food, and suddenly one of Mick's mates appears with his pool cue. Oh, you alright, Mick? Didn't fancy see you here? Fancy a couple of frames? Yeah, I've just asked the missus. Is it alright, love, while your food's on its way? Yeah, have a couple of frames. I know Mick's trick.
Oh, brilliant.
Jack 7 suited for Madge. Goes with fold, like we got the huge chip lead on the bubble. Do get to open these hands. 7 spots off the money. They're going to go with fold instead. Leaves room for Keith to do the opening in the cut-off. No, Katie just busted it.
Literally. Her and Big sit in the same hand.
Oh.
What?
Apparently we've got a new button to press on the old stream deck.
No. What you got to press now?
I don't know. We'll see after this hand.
Oh God, here we go. If it all goes off, ladies and gentlemen, we apologise in advance. Queens for Rossa. Do you think Rossa's like a Tiesto kind of guy with the headphones on?
What, like, let's get down to business?
Aye.
That's the only song I know. Tiesto. It would be good, peeling Queens and that going on. Let's get down to business. He can use some time here. Tricky one with 4, specifically cut off versus big. And Rossa just gets it through.
Come on, the button presser. Ooh. Hey, it's close. It's close, this. What's happened here?
What do you mean it's close? You've got 86 points, I've got 56.
It's close.
It's not close. Look, he's even spelled my surname wrong. He used to do this. He used to do this when I used to play the GUKPTs, and I used to go on the blog and read, and my surname would be spelt wrong. And 7 years later, he still puts
the
it
needle's
there.
The needle's on. I love it. Oh dear.
There we go.
So Adam Owen's got you 31 points nearly. I've got 2 from Benny. Not being funny. Every one of mine's cashed.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Every one of mine's cashed.
Yeah.
What a pick.
Yeah.
What a team. What a team. Every single person is filling in. Well done, team. Come on.
Oh, and back to it because it's going to be match versus match. 9s versus 8s. Do you know what? I used to get it all the time. Hold on a second, because we're going to have an all-in and potentially... Madge is folding, right? 9s. EP, EP, and then Abdul, who's fairly tight.
Yeah.
Wants to rip in. 38 BVs.
I think he could call this, you know, for 76.
The thing is, do we think Abdul would ever have 8 7s? I don't think he would, Tower. I think 8s and 7s.
do it with Ace King.
I think 8s and 7s would just fold.
Ace King suit would.
Yeah, but we're flipping. Like, so if Abdul's got 10s, Jacks, Queens, Ace King, Ace Queen. Like, best case for us as matches, we're flipping, and the times we're not, we've got 2 outs, right? I don't think Abdul's ever got 8s or worse here, but Madge is going to pay.
There you go.
Pay to play.
9s, 8s, Queens. Madge, the short stack, has the worst of it. Majid with the 9s, and Abdul set for a double and taking Madge out. Oh,
well, that will do
what
it.
What about trebling? Oh, doubling up and a little bit more, just like that.
There we go. Check mark on the flop.
Wow.
Although it doesn't end up the nuts. Where's King 10 of spades when you need it? So we lose Madge.
Unlucky Madge.
Abdul up to 179. Big hit for Majid, but still with heaps.
Yep.
Has he changed it? There we go. Perfect. Perfect now. But what used to happen? I used to be a big gamer, like 14, 15 years old,
okay.
and my gamer tag on Xbox was Harwood 180.
Yeah.
And when we was in like the Call of Duty lobbies and stuff, and people would see my username, it was always the Northerners. I'm not even joking. Anyone Northern, they go, "Oi, Hardwood." I said, "Hardwood 180." I go, "There's no D. Can you not read?" And they'd be like, "Hardwood, Hardwood." And I used to get all the time on Xbox. Used to tilt the absolute life out of me. Honestly, where's the D? Where is the D? And it was always your lot, your old mob tower, the Northerners. Just created a D.
Oh, we create words that don't exist.
Yeah. Giveaway coming up in 15 minutes' time. I better think of a question for the tower.
Pass me that paper and I'll cut it into half because I'm obviously not going to need that much.
Nope. Abdul going to open now. He's got some more chips. It's kind of loose, this from Mark. Plays much better as a free bet here. Ace 8 off, LP versus LP. The souls really like this, like Ace 7, Ace 8, Ace 9 off stuff to attack. Does just play cool, does have position on Abdul as the opener. 10-7 suited plays Ace 8 off. Abdul with bet and lead, Mark with position.
6 high flop, 6-5-2 rainbow.
Yeah, I'm going to do a hell of a lot of checking here as Abdul. Hijack versus cut off. Going to have a lot of checks. But with our hand, it may be one that does go for the one and done. That is just going to give up on it, which is fine. I think in theory we are going to play heavy check fold here. Maybe 10-7 diamonds, clubs or spade does have a bet in it with the back doors, but just the surrender. I'm going to let this one go to Mark, I guess.
So down to 30. Three Madge busting out.
King 10 for Ross up in the cut-off. Should be opening. As he does, raises to 4K. Gene may fancy battling this close to the money. We get to apply pressure on certain runouts with or without the goods. In with the call. It does flop best.
Yep, here's 2-3.
The blinds will increase in 2 minutes.
So check, bet, call. Probably what we're going to see. Nine of diamonds turn. Interesting one for Rossa here. Like, if we do want to potentially set up the treble, like diamond rivers to unload on, we can target some 3x, some deuce x here on the turn to fold out. It's an interesting one for him. And even just folding out like a 4-6, 4-7, 5-7, this stuff with 6 outs for a pair and then 4 outs for a straight, that's 10% equity. That's going to be around like 26, 27% versus our hand. So even getting stuff like that out of here is going to be very nice. And nice little double barrel there from Ross up. Gets matched to fold the best hand. Well played.
Yeah, you don't mind.
Where's Ravi? I don't know where Ravi is. Did Ravi go Vegas? I don't think he's gone Vegas.
The blinds are now 1,000, 2,500. With a big blind NCO.
Does Ravi ever come to Leeds? Does he travel everywhere, Ravi?
I don't think he does the northern stops. Like, he go Cov. But I'm not sure about...
He could have a cash weekend.
Blinds are now 100, 200. With a big blind NCO, 200.
King 10 for Mark, got to open.
Which he does. Makes it 4.5. Well, there's an ace.
Yeah, I would love to have seen Madge take that spot there, Tower. We don't even need to go like the full 4x, we could just make that like 15k as Madge. Just apply pressure to one of these stacks that we want to. Now just 6 spots off the money.
Imagine Keith hitting 2 pair on the turn. Oh! He's only gone and done it.
You called it for him.
Wow.
You called it for him, Tower. And now, Mark should just be calling. I'm not going to raise this in position. Just play flat. Keep our range wide. Make it look like we can still have some ace 10. Some stuff like ace jack, some jack 10.
And there's a big race.
It's going to work on this occasion, Tower, because Keith...
Oh, they've gone all in.
Keith has got 2
He
pair.
jammed a lot. Oh, to see the bad news. The, the eye roll to the sky. The eye roll to the sky.
Yeah. Like, Keith's got Queen Jack, he's never folding, but I think in the long run we just flat there as Mark.
Oh! Ouch, 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 ouch.
Whoa. Keith just finds the 4 outer as you do. Jack on the river for Keith Littlewood, up to 300k. 4 outs, finds it, running jacks for the bow. Grim run out for Mark Whitney.
Gilo needs to just delete his last message.
Yep.
Double up for Mark incoming. You didn't see exit for Mark incoming, did you? Keith Littlewood. Jack on the turn. Jack on the river. Wow. Who's this new lad coming to the table?
I've not seen him before. Good to see some new faces running
Yeah, I
deep
wonder if he
tower.
knows the rules. So on 28 because Jacob Mullen has bust out as well.
Four off the money, and we're level 13 of the tournament, of a main event on an hour clock. We've had Bubbles Burst level 16 before. We're in level 13, and we are 4 off the money.
25 get paid.
25 get paid?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
That's news to me. I always thought it was 24. What happened to your 12.5%?
Well, they didn't want me to get it correct. They added one.
Okay.
I think it was something like 24.1% or something like that, so they always round up. Scrolling across the bottom, 36,150, but 25 prizes. And a min cash of £1,930.
So 3 off the money.
Yeah.
Cut-off open from Matt, makes it 4.5. Keith, Queen Jack of clubs in the small. One that Keith could have free bet for sure tower. We're just going to play flat on this occasion, and Abdul with a clear defend with the 7-5 suited.
Very nice flop if you're Abdul.
And if this comes a spade, turn or river, Matt, who's just got to the table, could be doing a decent chunk of his stack. So Abdul with the 7-5. Just going to play check. Matt is the aggressor over to him, and option now for Matt with the King 10 suited. Goes for check behind. That's a really good card to see for Matt. Terrible card for Abdul. Looks like Keith going to take initiative. Comes with just south of half. And Abdul with the 7-5 obviously just calling. Matt's flush draw on this double pair board now. Going to reduce drastically in value, and for that reason may actually not lose a penny here, Tower. Thought he'd do at least one street with the 2 overs and flush draw. Well, he is going to call getting this 4-1 price.
There was an 8 of diamonds.
The thing is here, once Abdul calls this leader Keith, like Abdul's not calling 8-6, 6-4, not calling flush draws. So when he's in the big, he's just going to have a 7 or 5 so often. So maybe we can just fold as Matt, closing the action. I know we're getting 4-1, but what's Abdul supposed to have once he calls Keith's lead, still with us behind? It's just always a 7 or a 5, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 6s once in a while, Tal.
Certainly not 10, Jack.
Yeah. A couple of combos, 3, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just too good a price for Matt not to do anything. But cool. Now can get out of the way, and Keith will do the same. Got the chips. Now trying to bluff at it. Unfortunately for him, Abdul flopping the stones.
It's out of the way eventually, does Keith. 28 players left, 25 get the money. Hiya, Gary. Gary Miliotti. Guess we'll see you and the family in Coventry when we hit Goliath, which is on here. There we go. Starts on the 25th of July, 26th in the room, and then 27th setting up in the hall with flight A starting at 12 p.m. The ladies event day 2, GUKPT day 2, plenty going on, and then all the way through to the second weekend of Goliath. Full 9 days streaming. You'll get a lot of help during the week, which is always good for the team. But everything going on for Goliath, and then the flights for the main events of Goliath. Starting on the Saturday, all the way through to the following Sunday. 9 days of streaming. Cannot wait. Looking forward to it.
And for a chance to get yourself into the Goliath, stay tuned, because after this hand, we are going to have a giveaway for a £30 Goliath satellite seat online for Grosvenor Poker, as we see Matt open the Jack 10 suited. Raises to 4k. King 7 off for Abdul. Shouldn't be doing anything with this one from the small. And marking the big King 3 off. Offsuit King, Matt as covering stack, does seem fairly close, 2 off the money. Is in with the defend, wants to see 3.
Green Eye Flop, Queen 9-5, open ender for Matt.
And just a nice one to continue as Matt Davenport. And at this stack depth as well, maybe one we can have some bigger sizes on here, Tower. Big blind's going to have a lot of this, like 6, 7, 7, 8, Jack 10 of his own, King Jack, a lot of straight draws out there. Looks like Matt has sized up, gone with half. And will be end of hand, and we will move to a giveaway. £30 Goliath satellite seat to give away. Going to quickly run you down on the rules if you're new to the stream. It's as simple as this. I'm going to ask Tower a question. Tower will write down on this piece of paper closest to Tower's answer is going to win themselves a £30 Goliath satellite seat. One guess per account. Any multiple guesses you will be disqualified and barred from all future giveaways. And do not guess until I say go. Do not give Tower any clues at all. So Tower, our question is going to be about our man Abdul in seat 2. What is Abdul always wearing when he's at the feature table?
A hat.
He's always got a hat on. He's always got one of them.
What's underneath it?
We want to know what's underneath it, but he's always got one of these bobble hats on. So, talking about hats, all I'd like to know, according to Google, what is the most expensive hat ever sold? What is the most expensive hat ever sold? How much was paid for this hat? And that's what I want. That's what I want from you.
For a hat?
The most expensive hat ever sold.
For a hat?
A hat. What? Any hat? Anything that can go on your head? Tower's guess is in. Good luck, guys. Go, go, go.
A hat?
A hat.
Just to let you know, the most expensive hat I've ever bought was £8.
£8?
Yeah.
So we're looking for how much does Tower think the most expensive hat in the world was sold for?
The crowns count? No, they can't do. Because I'm thinking hats.
Well, they go on your head.
Don't say that. Because the Queen's crown is worth millions. Get your guesses in. How much do I think the most expensive hat is? Can't be a lot, can it? I suppose it can. So get your guesses in, ladies and gentlemen. Most expensive hats. I don't even know where to start on which one it would be.
Mark in the small, going to get a chance to bump this up. 70 effective, this close to the money. Might go for the 4.5x here. Needs to be at least 16, but might make this 18 here as Mark. Just as Abdul is covering big stack. Did he just go for 11? Literally, Tower, the free bet sizes you see. It's like people just grab chips and put them in the middle. Probably will work versus this hand. But if Abdul was open 4-5 suited here, 6-8 suited, Jack 8 suited, King Deuce suited, he just gets to come along with position as the covering stack against us, and looks like he's even going to come along with A7 off here. And now Mark can find it difficult to navigate if he don't flop an ace or a king. This is why we size up. Needs to be at least 16k here from Mark. 11k is just nonsense. It's not going to achieve anything. We want to make this bigger. And now we whiff the flop. And he's going to go for C-bet. 8k into 26. So between 30% and 40%. And Abdul does have 3 to a straight here. Just ace high, getting 4-1 on a call as covering stack. Does he want to battle? That is the question. Or is Mark just going to take this down here and now? Back to pre-flop Tower. Works on this occasion, but needs to be a bit of size there.
So, how much does Tower think the most expensive hat has been sold for? Got about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll get the correct answer, and then we'll give you another minute or two to give you the real guess. The one that's going to be really close, I reckon. Feeling this one.
Just like you were feeling the one yesterday.
Absolutely.
It's 5 off here for Keith in the hijack. I actually really like this from Keith. Biggest stack at the table. Any ace will do. The 2 spots off the money for us. Like, as soon as match folds, we just got the green light to open super wide as Keith Littlewood. Roz are out the way in the small. Over to Nixon. Jamie in the big blind. One of our sponsored pros.
Trophy's having a Sunday.
What did the trophy have for breakfast?
Trophy has scrambled egg.
Yeah.
And obviously she sends it up.
Lovely. So how much does Tower thinks the most expensive hats has been sold for? My hats, if they're a tenner, I get a bit shaky. The hat asks the question, you see.
The hat on hats. Apollo lad's got to go and ruin it for everyone, hasn't he? There's always one. There's always one that wants to ruin it for everyone. Can't just wait 5 minutes until the right answer. Got to go on Google, spoil all the fun. There's always one, isn't there?
It's a good job you don't need to get close to the correct answer. It's what's in my noggin.
Yeah, so Keith goes with continue. Jamie with middle pair nut kick up. Proceeds with check call to this 8 of hearts turn. Keith shuts it down, drawing dead. And Jack of hearts river. And Jamie best with the A7.
So 27. 27, so we're 2 off the money. And he goes, RA, bust out.
I don't even need to get my phone out for this because Apollo lad's already copied and pasted
but
it for me.
not for the rest of the world.
I know.
So come on then.
The actual answer
Yeah.
is just under £1.7 million. The most expensive hat ever sold went for 1.7 milli.
No.
Just under 1.7 milli.
I was just thinking like in the shop.
It might have been a shop. I think it was.
That's got to be auction.
No, Lids. You know, you heard of Lids? Bloke walked in, Lids, how much is this? 1.7 million. There you are, sir. Thanks for coming. 5 minutes, and then we will reveal Tally's answer.
I was just thinking like in a shop.
You were thinking in a shop.
Yeah. I didn't think auction. Oh, okay. Anyway, keep guessing. Don't guess too many times. If you guess more than once, you could be out.
Out.
Definitely. Has he fixed any new material
I don't think he has.
Lately? Or is he having a few weeks off?
He is funny, ain't he?
Oh,
Nicky Flanagan.
Nicky Flanagan's great. No worries, Apple. No worries, Apple. We give the correct answer out after about 5 minutes, and then we get the guess that we put down after a couple of minutes after that. So no worries. Not everybody watches on YouTube. Because we've got Facebook and we've got Twitch as well going on.
And blind's going to be going up in 30 seconds time. Give you till the end of this hand, guys, to get your guesses in. If you haven't guessed already, we are 2 spots off the money here in Leeds.
Mick the Mods took the team missus out for food, so I better close the comp myself very soon.
And this is for a £30 satellite token to the Goliath. Who wants it?
Fires has googled the correct answer.
Well done.
Well done, Fires.
Really liking this from Keith. Now he's got the chips on the bubble. Just opening, doing a lot. We'd open this hand anyway, but wants to be as aggro as possible in this scenario. Match King 9 offsuit. 2 big stacks. Are they gonna lock horns?
Good afternoon, Apocalypse. You've just tuned in at the right time. The question for the next 1 minute is how much does Tower thinks the most expensive hat was sold for? Well, we know the correct answer at 1.7 million. Or near us, damn it. Ace Jack 9 flop, 3,000 bet from Keith. After initial raise. Check call from Majid. After hitting the 9, Keith now takes the lead with the Queen of Hearts on the turn.
On the river, so this one going to be going to Keith, and we are going to be going over to an outer table for what I believe is the biggest pot of the tournament so far.
Is it? Is it?
And here we go, it's Simon Higgins who has James Jones covered, and it's top 2 for Simon Higgins, ace king for James Jones. And gonna need a king or a jack, otherwise a huge one going for Simon.
Oh, Nuglets with the ace king.
Wow. And that is a monster tower. Over a 300k pot. And James gonna shoot himself to near top of the pack after that one. And if Simon Higgins could just find the hold there, tower, I believe he would have had around 450k, so monster pot.
This is massive
between these two.
Day 2 by him was old Nuglet. James Jones from Blackpool. Wow, that's big. 130k.
Yeah, plus the 70 in the middle, 300k pot.
Wow.
So there we are. Biggest pot of the tournament goes to James Jones. Had to find a king or a jack on the river, and there it was.
Wow. Big one for Simon.
All that commotion, we forgot to close the giveaway. So if you haven't guessed, you do have
20 seconds
until the end of this hand.
Till the end of the hand, get your guesses in.
And then
how much do I think the most expensive hat was sold for?
1.687 million.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 2, 1.
Last guess in.
Compass closed.
Pokemel.
Just got yourselves in.
Big money Sunday.
Daslow got himself in. Craig Mullins, how we doing, Craig? Goliath time soon. You know why that's pointing, don't you?
I know.
So we've closed the comp. The comp is now closed. Well done everybody for having guesses and chance of winning the £30 token. How much was the most expensive hat sold for? 1.7 million. I was thinking shop prices. I didn't think auctions, which is a bit silly of me. So I actually thought the most expensive hat was a bowler hat.
A what hat?
A bowler hat.
Oh, bowler.
Yeah. So I thought the most expensive hat was a bowler hat. And I was thinking shop prices, so I was thinking somewhere quite posh. So I didn't think auctions, which is a bit silly. But I actually thought a really expensive hat would come to around about £225,000, which I thought was a lot for a hat.
I think it's not a bad guess.
So 225k, if you're in an auction, when you go to Leeds, you're only spending 30 quid. So 225k I thought was a pretty good guess. But unfortunately, miles out. But doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
because somebody's going to win it.
And not somebody. And because I don't think today's going to last the whole day, tomorrow we're just going to be at the FT, concentrating on the FT.
Yeah.
We have a tie.
Oh.
2 people guessed 220k.
Did they?
So what I'm going to do, Tower, I'm just going to say to them both can have a £30 Goliath satellite. So well done.
You are so generous.
Well done to Tom Mass and Prof_23. You are
too generous, you.
The 2 winners of this giveaway. I need the alias that you play on Grosvenor Poker from both. And I'll get 23 you put on the spreadsheet. So Prof23 and Tom Mass.
Very nice indeed. Well done, one and all. Who'd have thought? 1.6 million. 225k is a lot, though. It is a lot.
It is for a hat. When you can go and buy a house in Halifax for that.
Most of the country, anywhere above Watford. Engagement party part 1. Part 1? What, are you getting engaged again?
Part 2's the wedding, and part 3's the divorce.
Oh, there you go. Which one do you celebrate most?
Probably the last.
That's the question.
So, Prof and Tom Mass, alias in the chat if you want your token. Mark going for the double barrel. This is actually a nice one to use. We like the king queen on jack high boards, removal to some of the stronger jack X and the 2 overcards as well when our opponent puts up some resistance, as Abdul does on the flop. But Abdul here, look at the senses from this man, Tower. You must have some sort of sick read on Mark. He's giving him a right old glare and a 4 on the river. And surely Mark's going to have to shut it down on this card versus big blind. But what about the call from Abdul? Not just on the flop, but on the turn as well. Must have some sort of read on the man. I can't see any other reason why we continue bottom pair. No redraw on the turn here. Other than that, we think that Mark is weak and he's just going to be firing. King Queen. Abdul see that he was correct. It's really nice as well. It feels great when you sat there at a table, you feel like your opponent's weak, you've got this sort of reading them, and then you get to showdown and you see that they were at it. It's just a big confidence boost. It makes you feel like, yes, I'm zoned in, I'm playing well, my reads are on point today. Gets the confidence going. Rosser with the 7s. Yes, Nigel, the tickets should go in Monday, but I'll tell you what I'll do right now. I will give Tom a kick up the you-know-what to see if he can get them over today, if you want to play some of the Sunday satellites, which are the best ones.
I'll bring this out of the way, keep 3 for Mark. Will tickets go in on Monday? Yes, they will, Nige. We'll send the email through Sunday and Tom will credit them all by Monday because we have a closer ticket to give away as well. So they'll be playing the closer on the Monday, so they'll definitely be in before that. And well done, one and all. No, username's good. Tom knows them all. Tom will sort it with the username. That's why we asked for the username. Back to the board as Majid flops flush draw. And Rosa has second pair with 7s. Mark top 2, top and bottom. So flops really nice. But Majid has the draws with the diamonds. Ross will probably get out of the way now. We'll save Ross's chips after the raise from Mark, making Majid pay for draws if he's got one, which he has. But Ross will get out of the way with the 7s, and Majid will call.
Still waiting on some aliases, guys. I know Prof said he's looking for his because he hasn't used it in a while, but good way to get yourself back into the online streets if Mark gets counterfeited here. Does fire again. Majid just with the 10 high flush draw. Decent price on the turn here, Tower. Getting over 4 to 1. Could definitely call as Majid now. Gonna let it go. Like getting 4 to 1, we need 20% equity, assuming that all our diamonds are live, 9 diamonds, 2.4% per each out. We're making money. But maybe at this stage with ICM, chips more valuable. Madge just elects to fold.
Breaking 45 unless we get to the bubble. And the bubble will need to burst before we go on a break. We will not be going on a break if we get to the bubble. If we don't lose another one in 47 minutes, then we'll go on a normal dinner break of 45 minutes. If we get to 26, the bubble will need to burst before we depart. Just to let you know, there's apples and pears there if you want apples and pears. No. But nobody aims for the fruit first. But you're right. There's 2 trays. Tray of muffins, tray of fruit. Nobody goes for the fruit first.
No.
Anybody, not ever. You could have a bet.
You could. Keeping the cut-off opens. Ross are not going to be able to defend with a 3 deuce.
On 27. Leave it.
You get to pick up the short. 2 mates. That's sick. I could never do that.
Over there.
Thanks, Apocalypse. As well, guys, good luck in Vegas. A note here about plenty of bracelets. Have a great summer, and we'll see whenever the first streams back will be. Thank you, Apocalypse. Enjoy your Saturday evening, and thank you, Prof23, for your alias in the chat. And 2 off the money, 25 paid. When we lose one more, we will be going hand for hand. Jack 10 of diamonds for Jamie Nixon here. One that we will defend. It's annoying because if we weren't 2 spots off the money, this one could potentially jam for 24, facing button specifically, but I think with huge risk premium, being 2 off the money, we do just play flat from the big, as he does. He heads to the ace 9-4 flop. Now this is an intriguing one.